Okay. Well, I can't do triple eye, can I? There you go, there you go. That's the best I can do. That's the best I can do. So yeah, I mean, they're beautiful. I've not seen those before either. Some really lovely colours. I've got pearls, I've got gorgeous jasper, I've got amazing kids, we've got lapis lazuli, I've got a gorgeous kyanite round strand to bring you. And speaking of gorgeous, we've got Jem Hawkes, everyone. There she is.
Evening.
Ah, do you know what? We're like buses, we are. We don't see each other for ages. And then all of a sudden, we're both there at the same time.
Lots, yes.
Not the best description, but you know what I mean,
I know
don't
where
you?
you're coming from. It's all good.
Oh, it's lovely to see you again,
It's
Jem.
lovely to see you
We're
again,
going to have
treasure.
a hoot as always.
Of course.
Lots of Gemisms coming out as well. Gem and L-isms over the next 4 hours. Say hello to our lovely crew. We've got gorgeous Pete. Hi, Pete.
Hi,
Pete,
ladies.
are you here for the late show?
I'm here for the whole run.
The whole run. Woohoo! We've also got, who's directing me? I'm really confused. Is it Ben or is it Paul? Oh, Paul. No, but Ben was there, so I'm really confused because I heard Ben's voice in the background. No, don't go. Don't go, Paul. I love you. There you go. Stay with us. We'll have fun. We got gorgeous Paul, everybody. Hey! That's more like it.
Yes.
There we go. And an absolute stunner is this girl, and she's also the queen of deals. We have got lovely Becky. There she is. Oh, look, that was a very coy wave, wasn't it? Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's talking. Oh, Al, you've embarrassed me already. Sorry, Becky. Sorry. On floor, bless her, she's an absolute trooper, and she's been with me since the beginning this morning. Lucy, she's not scared of a double. All day you've been here, gorgeous Lucy. What a trooper. What an absolute trooper. Okay, so let's get this show underway, shall we, jewellery makers? And I am going to start with some absolute crackers. Big statement, chunky monkey gemstones with really beautiful patterns across the surface. I've only got 15. They're going to be on and gone in this hour, so it's last in stock opportunities, jewellery makers. 690 carats of your beautiful royal blue terra jasper. Now, I had a version of this earlier on in this morning's show, and we were actually talking about how amazing it would be sort of prong setting these, or even gallery wiring them, I suppose, following those really beautiful curves, the external curves of this gemstone, right the way up to 40 by 44 millimeters in their size. I'll give them a count in a second, but right now for your last in stock opportunity price tag, there's 15 of these left. You get how many? You're going into 10? Oh, I thought you said you'd get 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's like she planned it. So that's a pound each. There's a pound per terra jasper. And they're beautiful, aren't they? So beautiful. Drill through the centre. You've got the acrylic thread running through it, so you know you can get most of your gauges of wire and certainly all of your beading threads, possibly even some of your cords running through there. Love this colour. That gorgeous royal blue. Very complimentary, don't you think, royal blue? On all different skin tones. Big look though, so maybe if you are thinking, oh, that's a bit too big for me, you don't have to use them all in one design. And I think Alison mentioned earlier on that, you know, they could be the perfect backdrop to your Tree of Life pendants.
Absolutely gorgeous. It is kind of reminiscent of that moment before twilight when the sky darkens, but it's not really dark. Beautiful colour for it. Yeah, absolutely perfect.
Poetry, that
And
was.
a great size as well.
Yeah, big looks. Frames if you wanted to create sort of Tree of Life sculptures as well, and so much more basically. $9.95 only. I'm down to the last 15. Let's move on. Well done, on and gone. Let's get lots of messages in as well this evening. I haven't thought up a text topic yet. Let's talk about, I don't know, what should we talk about? Oh, well, we're all good, aren't we? Not one of us can think of anything. It'll come to me. How about I show you kunzite in the meantime? I tell you what, give me a text topic. Text in a text topic. Tell me what we should talk about. Or let's just chat about anything, really. Beautiful natural kunzite. This gemstone is high in phosphorus, so it actually has the ability to glow under, as Jem described earlier on. That will, in that sort of conditions, lighting conditions that Jem was just describing, not nighttime and not quite daytime, that dusk, that gorgeous dusk. So you'll see this gemstone actually glow on the décolletage or wherever on the body you're actually wearing it. 10 millimeters in their size, 300 carats of natural kunzite, an absolutely beautifully elegant gemstone. I should be bringing it to you at $34.95. Yeah, that seems amazing, considering this is kunzite. Kunzite, when it first launched here at Jewellery Maker, was way, way, way more than what's on your screen right now. However, last in stock opportunities, how have we got, Bex? 38 within the vault. That's actually a really good quantity of kunzite, to be fair.
I think it is.
Does it quite justify a clearance price tag? Oh, go on then. Under £20, $19.95 for you this evening, folks. That's stunning. It's not a pink, it's not a purple, it's that kind of wonderful mixture in between. There's not much written up about kunzite in terms of antiquity and sort of history of this gemstone, because it is quite a new gemstone to the gem world. However, JFK actually sort of gave this gemstone to his beautiful wife. He actually bought it in celebration of their anniversary, and she was pictured, and she probably is still pictured actually wearing her kunzite that he gave. And I tell you what, if you are going to choose a gemstone for Jackie Kennedy, I think kunzite would be the one, wouldn't you?
Definitely.
Because she is that classic elegance.
It is elegant, and it also has a real glow about
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Most
Like
definitely.
her, very much like her.
Yeah.
300 carats you're getting here. Hello Hazel, hello to you Wendy, hello to you Deborah, hello to you Barbara, hello to you West Midlands, hello to you London. So nice to have your company this evening. It's getting busy, 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 folks. Okay, moving on to gorgeous citrine. Now, I can say this now because normally when I'm with the morning crew, Becky's going, boo, don't be like that. Hey, we're all one big family, people. Normally Ryan takes the mickey out of me when I say this, but they are like little droplets of sunshine. He takes the mickey out of me when I say that. Gorgeous, gorgeous gold and citrine. Look at that. They literally do. I mean, if you were to imagine, you know, before we knew about sort of geology and all of that jazz, yeah, if you found this gemstone thousands of years ago, you would possibly think that it had come from the sun, wouldn't you? It's wonderfully beautiful, especially with this incredible intensity and that colour, almost gold in its appearance, royally adorned throughout antiquity, but to bring it sort of more to a sort of a current modern day. The Duchess of Cambridgeshire wears this gemstone all the time. It's one of her personal favourites, and I can see why. 76 carats, last in stock opportunity. Very rare that we get citrine on air, particularly from Brazil. There's less than 20 of these available, Jewellery Makers. So we have 17, and I should be bringing them to you at $29.95. I mean, they're each big pieces, 12 by 9 millimeters in their size, but not today. Not today. Clearance price. Wow, big reduction. We're almost halving that price tag for you. That's a big reduction. And like this morning, did I have citrine? Nope.
Wow.
Tuesday, did I have citrine? Nope. Over the weekend, did I have citrine? No, I did 4 shows over the weekend. You don't see a great deal of it actually just lately.
No, you don't. And I've just gifted my mum a stretchy bracelet with some citrine and
lovely.
amethyst combined, and it just makes me so happy.
Is she a February baby?
She isn't actually. She's a March baby, so
But she loves
aquamarine is her jazz. But she really likes.
Yeah,
really likes
I
the
can
citrine.
see why.
It's happy, and she's a very happy lady.
I can imagine she is. if you were born of her, then I can imagine she is a very, very happy person.
I'll tell you the conversation I had with my stepdad later.
Okay.
It basically culminated in, I came out of that.
Oh, okay. Tell me later.
I will.
$17.95 for this amazing strand. So, and let's talk. We could talk about family, couldn't we? Text in about your family, your proud stories about your family, whichever. I don't know. Or embarrassing stories. No, don't embarrass them. But just nice stories. Well, Becky and I were talking about my little one earlier on because some of you may or may not know this, but Becky is also an extremely talented photographer, herself and her sister, and they also do these baby cake smash photo shoots and things like that. And they did Willow's when she was not even one, was she? She wasn't even one. And Willow, for some very strange reason, did not like sweet things as a young child. It was all about the savoury, in particular, What's-Its. Other cheese snacks are available. So we put Willow in this really cute tutu, little headband. She did look adorable. That's about it. She just had this little tutu on. Lovely little setting that Becky and Kerry had set up. And we put, my friend who makes cakes had made this beautiful cake for Willow to smash up, and she wouldn't touch it. So we ended up having, so the other side of the camera, we were poking What's-Its in there so that hopefully she would actually get involved. No. So we had to stage it, didn't we, Becky? So I basically ended up scooping the icing off the cake and kind of smearing it on my child. Yeah. Oh, no, it was worth it. The photos are great. Yeah, they are amazing. But yet she didn't touch the cake, only What's-Its. Now, however, she would be all about the cake. $17.95 for this. I've got less than 20, as I said, and already selling fast. Moving on to essentials. Essentials, we haven't had these today yet. Not with me anyway. So these are your head pins, but they're the long head pins. These are the Terra Jaspers, would be perfect. Any of your cabochons actually, or I'm saying cabochons, even gemstones with drill holes, you could actually pop these through the centre and it can be that kind of illusion set, because that really clever little pin at the top is actually flat, so it almost disappears once it's in the piece of jewellery. You get 10, and they're all 0.6 millimetres in their thickness, 0.6 in the thickness of the wire, 50 millimetres in the length. So there's loads that you can do with this. Nothing that you cut off will be wasted. Just keep it in a little pot and use it for another day. So last in stock opportunities. I'm not saying we'll stop doing head pins, because obviously won't. They are necessities for us jewellery makers, but we might have a new SKU coming or something like that. So clearance price for you, precious metal. In fact, precious metal on precious metal, and we're under £5. They're necessities, aren't they? Any of us that makes jewellery will need head pins, and everybody that watches regularly will know that head pins actually are quite elusive. They're shy. They don't often appear on our live show, do they? Yeah, you might get them in kits, admittedly, but very, very shy. They're there. You're okay. You're doing a great job. As you can tell, I haven't slept. Everybody said to me when I walked back in this evening, "Did you have your nana nap, Elle?" My face.
Oh.
I tried. I had 20 minutes, which I don't think qualifies as a nana nap. I don't think that does. I was so paranoid that I wasn't going to wake up for this evening show that I've been up since 4:30, so it may well all go a little bit crazy a little bit later on. That's what sleep-deprived Elle. That's what happened when Elle doesn't get enough sleep. $3.95. Hello to you all. Lots of multi-buying. Hiya, Glenda. Hello, Jane. Hello, Linda. Hello to Manchester. I hope you're well. Yeah. Inevitably, might be a little bit crazy. We were talking about ponchos the other day when Laura was on. Was it Laura? Was it? Yeah, it was Laura. I think it was Laura. Oh, God, I was literally in bits. I've never, ever physically, literally cried laughing, full-on makeup down your face. Oh, all because I'm tired. Moving on. Oh, we were talking about I don't even know how the conversation came about, but it was, I think weddings came into, or presents, something like that. And weird presents. Oh, I know. Laura was talking about her wedding. And it was a very sensible Jewellery Maker related conversation, because she actually said, on my wedding day, I wore one of those, you know, the furry little jackets. And I was like, we were both trying to search for the name. I was like, oh, bolero. She said, that's the one. And I said, I very nearly I was thinking about one of those things you put hands in, you know, and to keep warm. The muffs, yeah. So there was that. And she said, I almost said poncho. So the two of us, I'm acting out a poncho, and she's talking about the muffs. Should we leave that one there? Let's just put that one back there. 230 carats here of your wonderful multicoloured Terra Jasper. Yeah, I mean, I'm so grown up. 10mm in their size, lovely displays of your colours, very versatile. You can't beat a stretchy with gorgeous gemstones like this. There's only 56 of these left within the vault. Again, if you've seen this collar, it might be in a different size, it might be in a different shape. Yeah, because I think I had them this morning, but they were bigger. They were actually bigger. So maybe you got that and you want to add to this, maybe to create that sweeter jewellery. You know that these are coming at a clearance price though, because that's what Becky likes to do on the first hour of her evening show. Really, really get us excited about the deals that are ahead. $7.95 for gorgeous, gorgeous Jasper. I can't get my head around how they achieve all those multiple colours, because you would think that, you know, by submerging a gemstone in dye, which is obviously what this has done, it would take the whole colour, doesn't it? But it's obviously a process.
It's amazing, absolutely amazing how you do get a feel of texture. It's a smooth gemstone, but you get that depth and texture within visually. It's lovely.
And it's almost like a tie-dye effect, isn't it? A little bit psychedelic.
I do love a tie-dye.
Oh, you can't beat tie-dye. Do you remember those T-shirts you used to wear in the 90s? The tie-dye T-shirts. I think the worst ever invention, fashion-wise, was those T-shirts that used to change colour with heat.
I'm glad I'm not wearing one today.
Can you still get them? Oh, it's a terrible invention. You just see people walking around with like a different colour under their arms and under here, and I'm like, who thought that? That was a good idea. Not a good idea at all. But I had one. I had one as well back in the day. Oh, I hope you can't still get them. But apparently so. Moving on. Did you have one of them, Paul? Yeah, thought so. They were hideous, weren't they? Hideous. Did you have one, Jem?
I didn't.
You didn't?
No, but anything that I could tie-dye, I tie-dyed.
Yeah, I used to love tie-dyeing. So, 30 carats here of Neon Apatite. Wow, this is beautiful. Can I just give you a little bit of a lineup of what's coming today? So, I've got this amazing strand of lapis lazuli. Look how beautiful they are together. I might add to that, actually, with some amazing multicoloured spinel. I might add to that with some really beautiful chrome diopside. Yeah? Yeah? Still not done. How about some natural red spinel? Look at that for a lineup.
Wow.
Is that not one of the most beautiful displays of gemstones?
That is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. I don't think I've ever seen spinel that big. Not
No,
red spinel.
no, and it is the most valuable colour. So that's coming up at 7. I don't know about the lapis, and lapis is at 8 just after the chrome diopside. The spinel, multicoloured spinel, is coming up just after 8 o'clock as well. Your must-have is the chrome diopside, so that's coming up at 8 o'clock, but right now for, oopsie, for, what was I doing? For your Neon Apatite. The average carat weight of this gemstone is 0.15. 0.15. Becky says, I knew that, Elle. So, on that basis, you would assume that each of these gemstones has got to be above that average carat weight. And, do you notice at the bottom of the screen, just above the telephone number, is there any letter in brackets? No. This is natural neon apatite, which does not happen every single day. Very, 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 very seldom seen. One of the most invigorating and vibrant of colours. It's tropical almost. 30 carats you're getting, and it is coming your way at a last in stock price tag, Jewellery Makers. So, ooh, you've got a 1mm drill hole in these. I've just spotted that. So
That's so cool.
I know, very difficult to achieve. I know it's something that you were pushing for a long while, but that does basically mean that you'll be able to thread this onto lots and lots and lots of different materials, even your 1mm wire. So, wow, $24.95 for natural neon apatite. This gemstone, I mean, there's lots of cool things we can talk about neon apatite. It is believed to have formed in and around dinosaur bones because it actually has, again, a high phosphorescence. That phosphorescence actually translates in the Greek language to bringer of life. Yeah. So you can see all the connections there.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But they believe it actually grew in and around sort of dinosaur bones, and that's how it's got such an amazing presence. And that phosphorescence rather really does make it sort of brighter as a gemstone. You can get apatite in lots of different colours, but neon apatite, I think, forms in the smallest of sizes in actual fact. $24.95 only today, jewellery makers. Hello to you, Jane. Oh, we got Elle again. I personally would have you presenting every day. Love you to bits. Mwah. Oh, is that, woo! Oh, bless you. Thank you, Jane. Thank you. I'd be here every day, but I don't think I'd be that popular at home if I did that. Yeah. But I'm really happy to be back with you. That chrome is beautiful, isn't it? I know, so beautiful. And it's under £20, which is crazy for chrome dioxide. Crazy. I've got a little update on the actual chrome dioxide market that I can share with you as well, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be obviously reading that to you this evening. It just gives you a sort of situation and explains why we can't get hold of that gemstone, or why we find it very difficult to get hold of that gemstone. Some gemstones, it's not just the scarcity and the rarity, like chrome dioxide and neon apatite, but also, you know, other cultures around the world make it particularly challenging. Is it start by time? Ooh, okay. So I'm excited. I haven't actually seen it yet. Where is it? Oh yes, I do. It's tucked away. So this forms round about the same place as your tanzanite, and yet, for those of you who might see the green tassels there, might be a little bit of a hint there, and yet this gemstone, even though that from the same gem family, is completely contrasting. Star by of ruby zoisite. So I always try and pass on sort of conversations that I have had with our team, because they have a wealth of information, and also they're the ones at the forefront. They're the ones who are actually sort of pushing for the gemstones, sourcing the gemstones. They know what's going on within the market as well, not just here in the UK but over in India. And I understand that with ruby zoisite, word on the gemstone street is that you need to get it sooner rather than, not sooner rather than later, but unless you've got deep pockets, get it sooner rather than later, because the price per carat of ruby zoisite is going through the roof. Not only is it beautiful, it's very rare. It forms around the same location as your tanzanite, and zoisite is the same family as tanzanite. However, this has got almost an amazing emerald green with little flecks of ruby set within. That ruby will fluoresce under UV light, making it the most spectacular combination of colours. Look at that. But yeah, apparently the price of ruby zoisite is becoming quite considered, and this was a conversation that I had with Marie a few weeks back. So because I was actually asking for ruby zoisite to be included in the show, and she said, I can't, Elle, it's very, very expensive at the moment. So I'm delighted to have it in this hour, especially as a star buy. Now I have got quantity, which is quite exciting, but please be mindful of what I've just said. It tends to be, I know that we used to bring you ruby zoisite at like silly prices, £6.95 sometimes, didn't we? And I'm just going to answer sort of preempt anybody sort of coming back and saying, well, you used to do this. Look at the quality firstly. You've actually got transparency with your ruby zoisite, but yeah, they used to, you might well have got ruby zoisite back in the day at £6.95. I think you'd be very, very, very hard pushed to do that today, because it's considered now. It's actually quite a considered gemstone. It has increased dramatically price per carat, more so than many other gemstones out there. So really exciting star buy. Not only that, you know, know, I don't want to just talk about price. This is a beautiful gemstone, and it has abilities to glow. The ruby will fluoresce within those wonderful intense greens. It's natural. It's found, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, in the same location or in and around the same location that tanzanite actually is. Same gemstone family, but worlds apart in their beauty. So big brand new premier star buy opportunity. I've got a triple figure quantity. However, those of you that do buy their gemstones and sort of look to the future and kind of, I can't say any more than that, but because I can't read into the future, but I think there's nothing but positive things for ruby zoisite on the horizon. So 15 carats of really beautiful faceted 3mm rounds, a full 28 centimetre strand with transparency, which is very rare to see in ruby zoisite. I'm not saying other examples haven't been beautiful, because they obviously have, but they are. But this has got transparency and a real intensity of both the reds and the greens. Are you ready for your star by price? Already people are making that confirmation. $9.95. What? You never told me that. You never told me that, Beck. Can I just show you? This is my star by sheet. I'm covering the rest because I don't want to spoil the surprises, but yeah. Okay. $9.95. We happy? Yeah. Becky's going to drop that price. If ever there was a time to get ruby zoisite, it's now. Because this is amazing. It's been added to my order, definitely. I've already got my basket open today. So I'm definitely adding this to my order. And you know, as with most sort of markets and trends, usually in the gemstone world, there is no smoke without fire. So if they're saying the price of ruby zoisite is going through the roof, I would personally, and it isn't just me personally, say, okay, right, okay, I'll listen to that. Chrome dioxide, we said the same. Let's think other gemstones that we've said the price of tanzanite, obviously, that's fairly, Ethiopian opal, we've said exactly the same with that. I could go on. Ruby zoisite, I think, might be one of those sort of dizzy heights runners. $5.95. Congratulations to those of you that are multi-buying. All that aside, it's a beautiful, beautiful gemstone.
It really is, and this is such a beautiful example of it.
Isn't it?
It's sort of textbook in the colour variation throughout. But you've got that beautiful sheen and facet on it. It's
I was
gorgeous.
going to say the cut is amazing, because you're not only getting the colours, you're actually getting that lustre across the surface. Nearly everybody that has already made their confirmations as multi-bought, and I don't blame you. Do you know why? Because it's almost buy one get one free. Becky.
I'm just going to lean back whilst you throw looks like that across the studio.
Hey, she knows that I'm all about the deals. So I don't mean it. I'm more than happy for her to drop those prices if it means that lots of you will get this gemstones within your collection. Well done, Sheila. Hello, Joanne. Hello, Valerie. Hello to you, Sarah. Hello to you, Frederick and Anita. Hello to you, Rosemary, Carolyn. Hello to you, Nottinghamshire. Check out those baskets, everybody. Sorry, I was just literally saying, Lucy, I need a drink. She's got one here for me, bless her heart. Thanks, Lucy. Thank you, darling. I didn't see it there. I'm getting this to put with the chrome. Ooh, that's a good idea. Shall I show you? That's a really, really, really good idea. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. If we're going there,
That's delicious.
isn't it? Isn't it? They go perfectly alongside your, and it's got, you know, it's of rarity, it's of real value, ruby zoisite. I know that we used to bring this to you at a really, really affordable prices, but apparently those days are behind us. Apparently, and that does happen quite frequently within the gemstone world, doesn't it? The ruby zoisite that I've certainly seen more often than not in the past. I'm not just talking about here at Jewellery Maker. Whilst they're always beautiful, but are more opaque than this strand. This has got transparency.
It has, and it also, that luster even is something a little bit extra, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you see where I'm coming from? There's definite transparency here, almost emerald transparency.
Lovely.
Amazing. Hello, Valerie. Hello to you, April in Colorado, Sean in Merthyr, Lynette, Jane, Tyrone. Hello to you, Joanna, Sheila. Stay where you are on those phone lines and make sure you check out those baskets. We had over 100 of these, but they are selling out really, really, really quickly. Okie dokie, moving on. Bless Becky. She said that. She said, okay, this number next, about 4 times then. Sorry, Becky. Imagine what I'm going to be like come 9 o'clock. Ow! Will you listen? Look, oh, what's this, Becky? Impression Jasper. Ooh, Jasper, just to keep us on our toes, there are so many different variations. Like I remember seeing a list once, and literally there was over 50 different descriptions, and then that might be sort of like a trade name, a company name. Often Jasper though is actually named after either the location or the pattern itself. And I get the impression Jasper here, because you could almost like impression art, I suppose.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, if you love your jasper that's previously been known as sediment jasper or imperial jasper, then this will be right up your street.
Little nodules.
Shares a bit of similarity. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, Imperial Jasper is one of the most expensive jaspers out there, and it's got these lovely little nodules within the gemstone. That's what they talk about. The more circular the nodules, the more valuable.
Such a great word. I love the word nodule almost as much as I love the word wobble.
Wobble, nodule. Yeah, they're good words, aren't they?
They're good words.
They are good words.
And this is a good jasper. It's so pretty.
Impression is a good word, actually, isn't it?
Makes me think of Monet's lily pad pond.
Yeah. Again, you can see that within the actual gemstone itself. 8mm in their size. Perfect stretchy bracelets. If you love your Larimar, if you love, let's see, other blue gemstones. Chrysocolla. If you love other blue.
Azurite, maybe?
Oh, Azurite, good one. Gemstones which actually have got a journey, a pattern within, then you'll adore this too. It's very simple. For me, Larimar is the one that springs to mind first and foremost, because you've almost got the colours of like a sandy beach. 85 carats, coming from the USA, and this is completely natural jasper as well. This hasn't been dyed. It's not been reconstituted, which would be fine if it actually had. Completely and utterly natural blues. Go beautifully with some strands that Lucy very kindly has just brought into the studio for me as well. Hey? Like some amazing blue opal. These two together would be stunning.
That's fresh.
Look at that. Oh, hello. See, now I'm in somewhere like, I don't know, the Seychelles, or just by looking at that combination, you know, sand between the toes. Somewhere beautiful and warm with a cocktail in my hand. $8.95 for this only, so single figure price tag. You've got your blue opal coming up. Literally next Jewellery Maker, so you haven't got too long to wait for that amazing colour. But a wonderful combination, those two together. Good evening, Carol. Hello to you, Christine. Hello to you, Elaine. Hello to you, Angus. Hello to you, Julie in Worcestershire. Hope you're all well. We haven't really got a text topic this evening. We're just having a chat. Just having a chat about everything. An afternoon natter. Wouldn't it be good if we actually had coffee and cake as well? Yeah.
We could wheel some sofas in.
Oh, that would be good. That would be good. Don't you think one day, Jewellery Maker, we should just do on some comfy chairs?
Yeah.
In our sloppies.
I thought you were going to say pyjamas then.
Oh, they're not pyjamas in our house. We call them sloppies. Sorry. Yeah. No. They are clean, but it's just sloppy clothes, isn't it, for slopping around the house in?
I totally get it, yeah.
Yeah. It's perfectly acceptable to have holes in your sloppies in our house.
If they're comfy, they're comfy.
Exactly. See, I reckon we should do a show like that one day, Jewellery Makers. What do you think? I'd be game for it. 100%.
I'll bring my Eartha Kitt onesie.
Yeah, as long as it's comfy, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to be flattering. It doesn't have to It doesn't have to be attractive. I think, to be fair, Tom calls it my uniform. When he comes home from work, he's like, "Oh, you're in your uniform." Then I say, I'm like, "Yeah." I know why you married me. In my sloppy clothes. Oh, he does say, yeah, 100%. Oh, sloppies again then. Yes, I am. Moving on, let's do this opal. Oh my goodness, Jem, look how beautiful.
It's absolutely astonishing, isn't it? It's a proper glow to it.
So, yeah, it does. It radiates almost, doesn't it?
Ooh, I like that.
Tropical blues. Opal, this would be a lovely sort of a light whitish colour, I'm going to say. With the treatment then, it's giving you this really invigorating, vibrant azure blue. One of the rarest colours on the planet, did you know that? Azure blue.
Ah.
Yeah. It's described as, if you looked at that on the sort of colour chart, that would come under Celeste blue. Celeste translates, I do a lot of translating, translates to heavenly, as in out of this world.
Oh,
there you go.
I like that.
Yeah, I do a lot of Googling of translations and things like that. 80 carats you're actually getting here. Amazing quality and a really beautiful graduation. I think I'd just restrand that, Jem.
I don't think you'd have to work very hard to make it work exceptionally well, but I think I'd want to use it sparingly because it's such a huge impact on that colour and the glow.
It is, I agree with you actually. You could just take one, couldn't you, and pop it in some pearls or a little bit of sterling silver.
Yeah.
How about alongside your kits?
That would be gorgeous, yeah, definitely, especially with the jump rings that are coming up. That colour combination is
like a rose gold colour combination. It would look beautiful with, let me just see, the lapis lazuli that's coming up. What do we think?
Definitely.
Yeah, that works.
You could just use those as spaces between each one.
Excuse me. Yeah, amazing. How about alongside your multicoloured spinel that's coming up a little bit later on? Yeah.
That's spectacular.
Yeah, loving that, loving that. How about, I'm going to go for a completely, how about alongside your chrome dioxide?
Oh,
I think
I do like that.
Now, I must admit, I was the most reluctant about that combination, but I think that works the best.
They're both at the top of their game. Both of those strands are really on it, so yeah.
That's coming up later on. £6.95, Jewellery Makers. For genuine opal. Please, please, please do not be put off by gemstones that have undergone some form of treatment. Guess what? The majority of the world's gemstones have actually undergone some treatment. It's fine. It's fine. 95% of the world's ruby and sapphire have actually undergone treatment. 95%, but people don't seem to ask that question so much, do they? Maybe the Jewellery Maker family we do, because I think we've almost trained you to. We've been so transparent with all treatments of the gemstones that it's kind of instilled that it's a necessity to have natural gemstones when it's really not.
As long as you know, it's all perfectly wonderful as far as I'm concerned, and this is absolutely stunning. So how many of us apply hair dye or a bit of mascara to our eyelashes?
Well, this is it. It's no different to us putting a bit of lippy on in the morning, isn't it? No different at all. So now, look at that as a combination.
I do love those together. Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful iolite. Amazing colour. Iolite, highly pleochroic. So we had Andalusite earlier on and I was talking about pleochroism and what it does. It's basically seeing different colours from different angles. So that's what you get with iolite. But this is one of the few rare natural blue gemstones. So it's never treated, or I've never seen it treated anyway. But you get this lovely denim blue. Lovely denim blue, 35 carats of this beautiful gemstone. Look at that, but one of the most consistent strands in terms of colour matching, don't you think?
It's absolutely perfect, yeah. This is the gemstone that is my preferred for use in chakra jewellery for your indigo colourway. It just sits perfectly amongst the rainbow. It's just gorgeous. And
sorry, I've got the song in my head now. I've got like the rainbow song in my head.
Above?
Oh, I'm not. No, not that rainbow.
Oh, okay, that's the one that I went straight for.
Not Bungle and Zippy.
Oh.
As in red and yellow.
Oh, and pink and green.
Yeah.
But they sing it in the wrong order and it always bothers me.
Blue. It bothers you right now, Jem's eyes are widening. I can sing a... Come on, Pete.
Rainbow,
Singer,
rainbow,
singer.
rainbow
Too
too.
lovely, lovely, lovely. You see that gorgeous rainbow? Oh, check Pete out. Whoever knew he had such an angelic voice. Up to 4x2mm and absolutely beautiful, beautiful natural colour. What? For Iolite?
That's genuinely nowhere near. I thought that would be 1995. I adore Iolite, and it's one of the ones that I actually struggle to get hold of in an exquisite quality.
Well, we don't often bring it to air, and when we do, it doesn't often have that. It's amazing quality, don't get me wrong, but this is literally end to end. You've got a really beautiful fluidity of colour throughout these stones, haven't you? I was expecting it to be sort of $24.95, I'm not going to lie. Single figure price tag, and you'll notice on the sheet, if you see my star by sheet, that only lists about sort of 10 or 12 different products, so I don't know every single item that is included in today's show, especially when we've done what we call a dirty double. I can't physically remember that, my brain only retains so much information. I tell you what though, had Becky have told me that this was, I don't know why I went all country, but I remember that price, like £7.95. What do we call a double then with a DVD? That's got to have a name as well, isn't it? That's not quite a triple, is it? It's not quite a triple. But it's different for presenters because we're not like, we won't get into that, but we're okay to do those hours. We are okay to do it with our permission, obviously. And I did say, yes, I'll do it. So, but it did mean that I got up at 4:30 this morning. So come this evening, I will be like that. No, I haven't. I'm not in tomorrow. Becky's like, I've just put you down for tomorrow. I can't work tomorrow, so don't even get any ideas. Right then, moving on to what? Is it start by time? Ooh, what are we doing now? Ooh, the autumn jasper. Look at these. So really, really, really pretty. Is it this one? This one. Sorry, yeah. Here it is. I've also got them in the rounds coming your way, so if you want that combination, coming away as a double star buy next. So this is your really, really beautiful autumn jasper. Look at this colour. It's almost chrysocolla meets turquoise. But you get, look at this, the patterns. You know when you see certain art, and I'm trying to think what it is, certain artwork where they get the strokes that almost look like driving rain. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Like pushed acrylics.
It's almost like it's kind of been ever so slightly smeared. So really beautiful, but these are, the formation, the actual patterns themselves are Mother Nature. Obviously then to appreciate that beauty, we've treated it with this wonderful blue colour, so we can really, really, really see the interest within every single one of these gemstones. I mean, that one there, look, it looks like you're looking at, has anyone been to, if you've been to places like Portugal, where you have those really lovely sort of coastlines where there's big dramatic rocks within, along the sea. So can anyone else see that? As if the sea surrounding rocks with those beautiful blues in this gemstone. Can you see that?
Yes, absolutely. You've transported me.
I do my best, Jem. Do my best. Look at how beautiful this strand is, and it's relatively new. Well, it's new to me today. I've only ever seen autumn jasper today for the very first time. I've actually got it in the rounds to bring you as well. A full 38 centimetre strand and 330 carats of this gorgeous gemstone. It's a free phone telephone number, Jewellery Makers, all the W's at jewellerymaker.com. If you're shopping with us online, or you'd like to shop with us online, you can do that. There's no queues on the web. Or also, you could download the app. Tap the app. It's super easy. I have to be honest, I was a little bit resistant to go into it with the modern technology way of shopping. I was a little bit, I was like, no, I like to talk to people, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. Our call centre are amazing. But now I'm definitely a tap the apper. I know this, Becky, because I did notice your Facebook post last night, and it did make me chuckle. I'm a texter. I do not speak on the phone or FaceTime. Was it Kerry, was it? Oh, okay. I will literally watch that ring out. I was like, wow. So I almost felt like picking up the phone and ringing you. It's like, well, how rude. Would you not have answered? No, that means no. She's hesitating. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a no. That's a no then. What's wrong with the youth today? Talk to people. It's lovely to talk, you know. Oh, she said she would answer. You'd probably feel guilty about it, wouldn't you? And have to ring me back. So, oh, I let it ring out. What do you want? What do you want? Nothing, I just wanted to chat. Just a chat. Are you a texter or are you an actual conversation person?
I quite like texts.
So you're a texter?
But if I'm stood in the queue in a supermarket, I will literally strike up a conversation with anyone.
Yes, pick up the phone. I like a good old cheeky FaceTime. See, I'm terrible. I'm actually terrible. Oh yeah, I'll do the online shopping, but I actually much prefer to do an actual phone call or a FaceTime, even better, because then you can actually see that person. Yeah, but apparently I'm the minority these days, apparently. Oh, Paul's like, you don't have to stop watching telly, for goodness sake. So I mean, you're not wanting to commit that little bit of time to that person. They're charming, aren't they? If you rang me, I'd answer. I would. I'm useless with the text messages, in actual fact. So £12.95 for this amazing. I think it's relatively new to your stash. I've only actually seen it for the first time today. A little bit of like kind of Monet. Is it Monet that does the ones like? You said the lily pads. Who did that one? Who did this one, Jem?
That's Munch, the Scream.
Who did that one?
Munch.
It's a little bit of that, isn't it? The brush strokes.
Yeah, the extended brush strokes.
You wouldn't believe that I did art A level, would you?
Also a little bit Van Gogh, I suppose. It's Starry Night.
Oh, a little bit Dali.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, Starry Night, that's lovely. £12.95 only for these big, beautiful statement ovals. That could very easily be turned into a cabochon if you wanted to. You don't have to use that drill hole if you don't want to. You could quite cleverly sort of mask it behind your wonderful wire work, or even your, what am I thinking, gallery wire, etc. Let's move on. Let's bring you the rounds next. I'll show you them together firstly. So here they go. Here you go.
You could just restrand them alternating, couldn't you? It'd be a beautiful long line necklace that way.
Lovely. And if you knotted it, it'd be even longer as well.
Oh, yeah.
So with like a nice little maxi dress.
I think a bronze colour satin.
Oh, nice.
Because it'll pick out the browner chocolatey tones within the gemstone.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
Lovely. 10mm rounds. You can still get the autumn jasper in the ovals. They're still available. But it is busy this evening, so I'm not surprised. How about using this alongside those gorgeous opals that we brought you a few moments ago? Oh.
That takes it somewhere different, doesn't it? That's beautiful.
Oh, I like that. Do you know there's been some amazing lineups this past week, don't you think? Like, and they've all, I've said this, I don't know how many times on air, and certainly behind the screens. I was like, everything has really slotted together in the shows, which I've really liked. You know, that strand could work with that strand,
yes.
The findings, etc. So it's really worked amazingly well. So if you want to use the opal with it, you absolutely can. It was less than £10. Shall we match that single figure price tag for you, jewellery makers? For gents jewellery, ladies jewellery, anybody's jewellery, to be truthful, £8.95. They're like little planets.
They are.
I love having a good chat on the phone with anyone. I'll talk to whoever. Lol, Sam. Yeah, I do too. And I quite like my best friend. My best friend lives in Wales. We've been friends since we were 4 years old, so we know each other through and through, basically. But I particularly like a FaceTime with her, but we deliberately, both of us do this, but we deliberately do this, so we'll because we've known each other that long, so we deliberately do it at the most inappropriate times. So we do it deliberately, sort of. All right, Poppy's gone to bed, so Gemma's probably getting in the bath now. FaceTimer. You got to do it. You got to do it. Just.
Most definitely.
Just to have a giggle. It's like, seriously, look the state on me. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, love a chat. Oh, sorry, Beck. Here's me casually just moving on. Beautiful. $8.95. Moving on to some lovely rectangles. Look at this. Oh, so we've been talking about sort of your art being a sort of a real influence to your gemstones. This is very much sort of your marine life, don't you think? So it's described as sort of woodland jasper, but when I look at it, I can see those gorgeous coral reefs within. 170 carats of beautiful, beautiful rectangles, 10 by 14 millimeters in their size. Perfect for little individual rings, Jem?
Oh, absolutely, in such a beautiful shape. You could make them into almost college-style pinky rings if you wanted to. You could macrame around them really nicely. Again, suitable for any gender. It's a really gorgeous shape to work with. You could kind of tessellate them as well, make a big shield out of them.
Nice. Yeah, like almost like your ladder stitch, I suppose,
yes,
with these kind of geometric shapes. But as you've mentioned that about sort of stretchy rings, etc., they're everywhere at the moment, aren't they?
They are, yeah.
And super easy to make. So if you can make a stretchy bracelet or a necklace, you can make a stretchy ring. It's just on a smaller scale. So I love a stretchy. You can teach me all these different techniques, but I'll always make a stretchy when I get my Jewellery Maker stash out. $7.95 for this beautiful natural jasper strand. You get all those beautiful woodland tones, from your mauves to your ochre colours to your wonderful deep greens, but it's the textures of jasper and another variation of jasper that I'm bringing you this evening, and another example of why jasper has got one of the most varied descriptions of. My goodness, where has that hour gone? Okay, when you come back, we have got the most desirable colour of spinel in accordance to the GIA, which is the largest institute within America, the Gemological Institution of America, which is where I got my qualifications, and many of my colleagues got their qualifications as well. You will read about red spinel as colour being the #1 valuing factor. Red commands the highest price tag. Secondly, swiftly followed, I would say, by your cobalt blues. But this beautiful gemstone has been adorned without even knowledge throughout antiquity. It is rare, it is desirable, and it is highly, highly collectible. For any of you that is very much a patriot and loves to wear their gemstones that have got significance within sort of the UK market, it's this gemstone that actually features in the Imperial Crown.
Tune into Jewellery Maker every morning at 8 a.m. for our breakfast club. We'll be bringing you low prices, last chance to buy, and end-of-line stock. Make sure you're watching, because once the deals are gone, they're gone. Check out your Wall of Fame entries in this hour and be in with a chance to win £100 credit to your account. The Breakfast Club on Jewellery Maker.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity, is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Welcome back, Jewellery Makers. Now, there are certain gemstones that literally just pull on your heartstrings. Zavarite garnet will always be one that's very close to my heart, but red spinel is very, very, very closely following. This is a gemstone which I think unjustly was actually labelled the Master of Disguise. But in actual fact, if you actually think about what that means, gemologically speaking, it means that back then we didn't have the technology or the ability or the knowledge. We didn't have sort of the gemological machinery that we do today to measure things like refractive indexes and gemstone hardnesses, etc. So this was often a gemstone that was believed to be ruby, but in actual fact, if you were to compare the two gemstones, it would be ruby of the finest quality. But did you know that red spinel is actually considerably rarer than ruby? Considerably so. And as I mentioned it, the high refraction of this gemstone means that it plays with light internally in an absolutely exquisite way. So here it is, this beautiful, natural, genuine gemstone, which has the same crystal structure as your diamonds, completely opposing your ruby, it's the deep red that we actually aspire to. In its purest form, spinel is actually a colourless gemstone, but it is the presence of impurities that actually give it its colour. So whether that be cobalt blue, mauve, pinks, yellows, oranges, it's those impurities that colour the actual gemstone. One of the most sort of rainbow displays, I suppose, of gemstones that's available, but in tiny, tiny, tiny volumes. The most valuable and the most desirable, as I've mentioned already, is a very particular red though. It's a deep blood red. So you know we describe your rubies as that pigeon blood colour. Not the nicest expression, admittedly, but it does. That is actually the term that we use in the gemstone world. In spinel, it's that deep red, a deep blood red colour that we describe. And fine quality, as I said, much rarer than your ruby, of equal colour. The only reason that spinel is not as well known as what ruby is purely down to marketing, really. And I had this conversation with my father once upon a time, and he actually was talking about another very rare, very desirable gemstone, that is your Paraiba tourmaline. Now, Paraiba tourmaline commands some of the highest price per carat of any gemstones out there, and he said, but it's not one of the rarest. It's certainly not, because it's not a member of the Big Five, Al. And I turned to him and I said, that surprises me that you've mentioned that, Dad, because it is literally marketing that puts those gemstones in that Big Five stature. Now, please don't think I'm talking them down. I absolutely love all of those Big Five gemstones, but rarity tends to be with a lesser known gemstone. So the likes of your chrome diopside, the likes of your andalusite that I had earlier on, the likes of your spinel. So big mainstream jewelry companies don't always market it as much as coloured gemstones because the rarity makes that the case. So it tends to be a collector's gemstone. That being said, it is steeped in history. It is this very gemstone, this beautiful rich colour that is within our imperial crown here in the UK, and you are so lucky, jewellery makers, right now to be looking at red in its natural form, because I know I keep repeating it, but red is the most desirable. This is a natural gemstone. There is no treatment of this gemstone, and you are sourcing it from one of the most prestigious locations on this entire planet. Now, just before we bring you this star by price, already confirmations are being made, jewellery makers, and we're going to start chipping towards that price tag. But just before we get to your final price, I want to show you this. Now, you are more than welcome to go onto this website. It is the GIA. It's where I did my qualifications, the Gemological Institute of America. But if you actually type this into your search engine, spinel quality factors, can you see that just at the top? Pictured, you actually see a really beautiful red spinel. And then I can read this to you just at the bottom. Spinel is generally highly sought after by gem connoisseurs, and well-formed spinel crystals are in high demand among collectors. Spinel comes in a variety of colours, but the most commercially important are red and pink. Mauve or lilac coloured spinels are also attractive, but some blue spinels can be very intense. Now, again, look at that colour. See, this is the colour that you're seeing in your strand, and again, not the best, nicest description, but it is that really deep blood red that we're actually looking for. I'll just scroll down for a second because it talks about the colour here. Some spinels are more rare and valuable than others. In general, red spinel is the most desirable, followed by fine cobalt blue spinel, then by vibrant hot pink and vivid orange stones. Violet and bluish purple, two purple or lavender stones tend to be less attractive and less in demand than other rarer colours. I think they're beautiful as well, but definitely, it is the red that is the most sought after. Look at the ones which are really getting photographed the most. Red spinel ranges from an orangey red to a purplish red, with pure red and slight purple red hues to a medium. Again, it's getting quite gemmy now, I suppose, but you're looking for that very deep red as you're seeing on this picture right now. Then this is obviously a faceted gemstone. Yours are coming your way in beautiful ovals, but of absolutely amazing quality. I wanted to show you this, jewellery makers, just because, you know, the GIA, the largest institute in America, talking about the quality factors and the #1 most valuable and desirable colour of gemstone in the world. Once in a blue moon I actually get to talk about it here at Jewellery Maker, and yet I'm bringing it to you at $59.95. One for the collectors and the connoisseurs, one for those that would be thinking that this would be something they'd have loved to have owned once upon a time, but maybe it'd never have been within their budget, never been within their affordability. Today I'm hoping that I can actually change that. We are going to squeeze, and I do mean squeeze, these are not small spinels. These are big individual 6x4, that's a calibrated size, gemstones drilled through the center so that you actually have the capability to turn it into a piece of jewelry, jewelry makers. We're going to squeeze it under £50 for you this evening. Totally and utterly natural. Is it that? This one here I'm looking at is that red to pinkish color. The rest I would definitely describe as that pure blood red.
It is. It's like illuminated.
It's incredible.
It's a stained glass blood red.
Yeah, it's absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. And I know that I possibly shouldn't have favourites because I love ruby. It's my daughter's birthstone. I've got a definite emotional attachment to ruby.
Yeah.
But beauty-wise, I think Spinel pips it.
There is something spectacular about it, especially in the red that we're looking at here. Have I ever told you my really boring Spinel story?
Yeah, I'm sure it's not boring, but yes, take it away.
I purchased a little while ago a little Victorian ring which had red and white stones, and they were single cut diamonds, and I assumed that the red stones were rubies to go with, and it's in a yellow gold and a white gold.
Lovely.
I took it to be valued for insurance purposes, and the man gave me a ballpark figure and ran away with it. I went back the next week and he said, it's not ruby, it's Spinel, and he doubled the figure based solely on the fact that they were not rubies, they were
Because they are
Spinel.
rarer, and they must have been a very good colour, an
They were
amazing colour.
They are an incredible colour.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll dig it out
Wow.
at some point and photograph it. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful strand, and the glow is just glorious.
So already we have people with it in their baskets. We have to move on. People checking out as well on the phone lines. Stay where you are on those phone lines. I think I might have to add that to my order. Look at that. Can I just show you once more? Against the wrist. Look how beautiful. 7.5 to 8 on the most scale, so more than wearable as sort of an everyday piece of jewellery. But some of the largest red Spinels I think I've ever presented here at Jewellery Maker. They are amazing. Don't think about it too long, Jewellery Makers. Lots of you are already allocated. I only had a limited quantity. I'll always only have a limited quantity. So amazing start buys still to come. You are 50 minutes away from your chrome dioxide, so you can't pre-order that, can you? You must have. You can't pre-order that? No? Can't pre-order, you must have? No, Becky says, no, definitely not. Okay. But you can get some purple sheen labradorite.
Oh, be still my beating heart.
I know. I'm going to start with these amazing cabochons. Deep purple, it's actually described, this kit. But oh my goodness. Now, with gemstones, there's always rare colours. Purple is the rarest, first, and then blue is second. But the more of that labradorescence, the more desirable. Look at that. Look at how beautiful those purple sheens are.
That is astonishing.
And hang on, I haven't just cherry-picked here, folks, because...
Wow.
Yeah? Look at those amazing purples.
Exceptional.
Coming through, and that's labradorescence, which is completely and utterly... Do you know what I like? This bit down here. Completely and utterly natural.
You've got the aurora under the purple sky.
You have, haven't
it's
you?
Amazing.
The aurora borealis within a gemstone. Look at that. Okay, show you another one. This is my examples, but Jem's examples is just as spectacular. Look at that, complete coverage across the gemstone. So that's tiny little platelets within your labradorite that are trapping the light, and it's the distances that the colours have to travel to the observer, aka you and I, that dictates the colours. So you're getting 115 carats of your multi-shaped cabochons in your labradorite, purple labradorite no less. But also, don't just want to give you that, we're also going to bring you some beautiful faceted amethyst, so you're getting a really lovely long strand there. Then we're going to add to that some really precious, some gorgeous wire. So your gauges are 10 meters of your 1 mil. You get 10 meters of your 0.6 and 10 meters of your 0.4, and this is in your rose gold, silver plated copper wire. So 30 meters in total. The star of the shows, though, has to be, excuse me, has to be these really lovely labradorite, natural labradorite purple sheen cabochons. I mean, they are absolutely beautiful. And again, Jem, I'm not just showing. I definitely haven't cherry-picked. These are the ones that get sent over from the vault. Yeah. The ones that you get sent 2 kits, don't you?
I do, yeah. One to make all the jewellery on the stands and one to demonstrate with.
And all of yours showed purple sheen?
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. They are absolutely mesmerising. Purple's my favourite colour, Labradorite's my favourite gemstone. This is a kit that I have begged for and has finally landed.
Wow, wow. So, and I tell you what, you can see how much you love it with your creations there, Jem. We'll bring the price in and then, of course, we'll admire Jem's creations and get into the demonstration. Now, we should be, if you were to buy each of these components individually off our website, you should be at £62.75 each. But who would like an orange note back in your pocket?
Yes, please.
Would you like a purple one?
Yes, please.
Or would you like a purple one and an orange one?
Even better.
£30 back into your pocket. In fact, more than that. With
Wow.
some change. £32.80 back into your pocket. £29.95 for that beautiful natural purple labradorite 115 cabochon assortment. I'd pay it for that on its own. You know, the fact that you've got the gauges of the wires and you've got your amethyst is just an, you know, a little Brucey bonus. So, and looking across, Jem, at your stunning pieces, I mean, how many have you made? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 real statement pieces.
Cheeky little ring just to add on. I know it's Interpendants Day, but I couldn't help myself.
I don't blame you.
Thanks, babe.
I don't blame you. Why not? You do what you want to do, honey. The one that's really capturing my eye is that really big statement pear in the centre. That's grabbing my attention. Can we look closer at that? Because I can see the purple. I can see the purple from here already, but framed, look at that. And when you look at labradorite, by the way, when you look at labradorite initially, from first appearance, from certain angles it looked like a very dark gemstone. When, if you could pass it to me actually.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah.
Lovely. Then when you, yeah, as expected, you see, my goodness, you catch that light in a certain way. You get those gorgeous purple hues coming through. Can you see it?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah? That's not reflection of your amethyst, that's within the actual labradorite itself. And that's just literally because the light is hitting it probably from this direction, I would say. But just giving you that really, really, really beautiful flash of purple. Look at that. Serious quality here, folks. £29.95. Check out those baskets. So that's beautiful, Jem. Which
Thank
one
you,
are you
darling.
going to demonstrate?
The one that's on the long piece of chainmail on the central piece, which is an interchangeable chainmail.
I love that chainmail as well.
I took it literally.
Yeah, but I do love that chainmail. Is that you've made those jump rings, right, from this wire?
No, I had a little Brucey bonus addition sent out to me of some jump rings to play with.
Okay.
So I thought I'd make a little bit extra to go with. And in one of the other pendants, there's some jump rings tied in on the side of the wire as well.
That's stunning.
You could easily add them in though, if you could make them with the wire from the kit if you wanted to, the 1 mil gauge.
Just incredible pieces. That is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
What we're looking at right now. Take it away, honey.
Okay, so what I thought we would do is look at the piece that sits at the bottom. I know a lot of people get a little bit of, I can't shock when it comes to prong setting, so I'm going to show you the easiest prong setting in the world.
Okay.
And it will fit pretty much any gemstone that comes, certainly in this kit. Now, in my display pieces, I received 4 cabochons, and in my demo package, I also received 4 packages. So I just made a little paw print for you there.
That's lovely. A purple paw print.
And why wouldn't you? So I'm going to demonstrate with the oval cab at the bottom. And you could utilise this exact same technique with any of the other cabs if you want to do so. I'm just going to scooch this out of the way for the moment. Primarily I'll be working with some 1mm gauge rose gold coloured silver plated round copper, and I've got here a really long length. It's probably around about your 2 foot 24 inches or 60 centimetre mark. And I'm just going to give that a bit of a smooth between thumb and forefinger, especially in that central region, just to warm it up, make it nice and smooth and fluid and ready to work with. I'm going to find the centrepiece of my 24-inch segment and put a very, very closed bend in the bottom. So I've put a nice sharp bend in here, utilising my flat-facing pliers. These are bent chain nose pliers. Once I've got the bend into position, I'm just going to squeeze that by hand gently until it closes up. Now, you can leave that as a little bit of a hairpin bend on the end if you want to, or you can support that really carefully and just give it a squeeze to close that up to a more closed prong. The choice is entirely yours. Now, just bearing in mind the size of the pendant that we want to set, you can obviously choose your orientation. I'm going to go for around about 1 inch to 1.5 inches before I put a right angle bend on one side, like so. I'm going to flip that design over and do the exact same on the other side. So we've got now a prong at the bottom and then 2 sort of arms coming out. And then I'm going to make a further 2 prongs exactly the same as the one at the bottom. So if I just flip that over the top, it's very, very easy just to start off with the right angle bend, draw that back on itself and close it up. And give that a bit of a squeeze to draw those closer together if you wish to. And then come back to that central section, open it up ever so slightly, pop any of your flat facing pliers in and draw that up and away from you. So we're kind of making 3 prongs at the moment. Ideally, we'd like them to be the same size in length. If they're not, it will kind of be covered up, so it's going to be fine. So just going to squeeze that one round again, give that a bit of a close up so that all of the prongs are vaguely similar. Open it up at the bottom there again and draw that back into the upright. So you've got now sort of a leg at the bottom and 2 arms coming out to the side. And I'm just going to splay the top wires. I've left them really, really long. If I just draw that down over the board, you can see we've got loads and loads of wire here. And that's so we can make an elongated pendant drop if we want to. We're just kind of leaving our options open. So the next thing we're going to do is add security to this shape. And we're going to do that with some 0.4mm gauge wire from the kit. So what I tend to do is either pop it into the plastic bag that it comes in for transit, or just unspool it slightly and pop the retainer of that spool back into position. So I'm working with around about 12 to 14 inches at any one time. So I'm just going to very, very gently open up the design so we've got easier access down there. And from around about, let's go for 1/2 inch from the bottom, I'm just going to pop the end of my 0.4mm gauge up the centre, hold that into position, and I'll wind 4 times around the one side. And once I've wound that, I will show you what that looks like. So 4 times around the one side and draw that firmly down the middle, bring that nice and firm, and then I'm just going to trim away the edge, the end rather, so that that gets nice and tidy against the design. Give it a bit of a squeeze there, like so. And then we're just going to do a fairly basic, straightforward basket weave, which is backwards and forwards, like a figure of 8. So I've come around down the centre. So on the other side, I'm going to wrap 4 times. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then what we would do is repeat that all the way up until we get to the central section. So I'm just going to scooch that up because you don't need to see the same thing over again. Once you get to the segment where you've got that sort of 4-way crossover, we're going to draw the wire diagonally. So I've finished on the left hand side of the screen, so I'm going down the centre and coming up on the right hand side, but above those 2 little arms that we spoke about earlier. So I'll just continue to wrap that on and on as far up as you want to go. It depends on how complicated you want that bail to be at the top. So it's just backwards and forwards and doing a diagonal when you meet that central section. So I'll show you what that looks like when you have completed the segment. So let me just pop that one out of the way.
That's lovely and neat.
It's reasonably tidy. It's just all about adding some tension to it and trying to keep your tram lines fairly tramliney. So you can apply a little bit of squishing to them as you go without marking them. A bit of num-num with the pliers, yeah. I wouldn't tend to crush down on those wrap sections though. So what we've got now is a decision on how we want to orient the gemstone cabochon in question. And I quite like that in the portrait fashion today.
I guess be mindful of where the pool of labradescence is as well, because obviously you want to leave that the most exposed.
One of the joys of prong setting is that you leave as much of the face open as possible.
Yeah.
So some of the designs here have kind of almost skirted around and highlighted segments of the highest labradorescence.
Yeah.
So this one is quite open, but obviously that's not the greatest angle for this particular cabochon. One of the other designs, the one that's closest to me, there's the most beautiful streak of purple labradorescence up the centre, and then beautiful labradorescence in different colours either side. So I wanted to give that a sort of an asymmetric feel and also just highlight that most beautiful colourway in the middle. And there you see the jump rings as well.
It's
just
stunning,
sort of woven
absolutely
in.
stunning. Very gorgeous marquee shape.
I was told that it looked like an eye from the different angle if you pop it on its side like so.
Oh yes!
So you could kind of
A
use
dragon's
that.
eye.
It could be, yeah, that's not what I was going for. I just wanted to wind some stuff on.
Love it,
So I'm
absolutely
going to pop that
love
back
it.
to true and let that sit back down if I may.
Okay, so back to your
Lovely.
prong
Back
setting.
to the position. Okay, so we're looking now at sitting the gemstone into position on the segment that we've made. And it doesn't matter that these are quite low down because we have a way of securing the gemstone at the top. So I'm going to estimate whereabouts I need to put the bend in these prongs to being around about 5 to 6 millimetres from the end. So I'm just going to grip that prong and just turn that over. And at the moment I'm just going for 90 degrees. I had a momentary brain problem there. Sorry about
I
that.
had this with Gemma the other morning. I was like, no, that's a 90-degree angle.
So we've got 90 degrees to the little arms and the central section at the bottom. We're just going to check to see if that fits.
Oh,
and
perfect.
Happy days, it kind of does. So the next thing that we would do is remove the gemstone back out of position and then draw those prongs round. And you can see if I just draw that upwards, the technique that I'm using, and I'll show that to Pete as well. So it's just kind of bending that over into a position which we know is going to fit around our cab. Now the cab that I'm working with right now is not an overly chubby cab and it's not an overly slender, it's the perfect middle ground. So I've closed that up a little bit too close, so just open that back out again and you'll see that your gemstone is going to slip in quite nicely into position. So we just repeat that with the other sides, and if you find that you've actually made that a little bit too close, for instance, you can kind of play around with that slightly until it fits perfectly. So I'm just going to slide the cabochon now into its little holder, and you'll see that that does work quite nicely as a holder. So there you go, your prongs at the bottom are working quite nicely. I'll show that to Pete as well. You can see that that sits really nicely in its little nest, as it were. So we can secure that more as we go along. It's tipping over to one side at the moment, but we'll fix that as we move. So if I flip that back over, the next thing that we need to do is secure that in at the top.
Lovely.
So what we would do here is support the gemstone very, very firmly and draw that section of woven together. And again, that's at your 90 degrees. I've lost the will to maths now. 90 degrees, and then you can use a round form, a mandrel, or whatever you have to hand to create
Oh, that's a good idea.
that little circle. And draw
Do you
that
do
back
that
round.
often? Do you actually use? That's a good idea.
Well, I wouldn't say lazy, more economical with my time. If I have a tool that will do more than one thing, I'll use it to do more than one thing.
Yeah, good idea.
So what we've got now is to look at the back and just open up those two wires. So one on the bottom is going to go down and otherwise like so. And if I just flip that over, move that a bit quickly, sorry. What we would like to do now is secure the neck with one of these. So hold that very, very firmly, take the tail over the top and draw that around. And you can make that as loopy as you want. You can wrap it or add detail. And just to secure in at the top, I'm going to draw this other section of wire down very, very carefully. I'm now going to offer in my pliers away from the surface of the gemstone and create a nice little V to sit over the front. And that will act as your fourth prong, taking that other tail all the way around.
Yeah, be
and then
careful
you
with
can,
labradorite because it's quite a soft gemstone, isn't it? So
you don't want to have that action happening on the surface of the gemstone. So hold it away from the gem as you put that little point in, and then you'll find that that is really lovely and secure. But you've got these two really long tails with which you can do anything. You can add some extra weaving, take them both over to the same side. If I just flip this one around and over, it's very, very easy to draw these guys together.
oh, look at that! It's absolutely beautiful. You've done like a little rose.
Yes, so on the one in question, I've hidden my my kind of makings and mechanics for just adding a little rose on. But you could, if you wanted to, wire wrap these, take it all the way around, add a little flourish. The world is your oyster in terms of design. But that's the very, very basic, easy prong set.
Jem, it's absolutely stunning. I love every single one of your pieces.
Thank you.
I mean, look at that. That is perfect. That on just a simple chain would be beautiful.
It's really, really simple to do, and I just wanted to kind of show you that you can, even if you're brand new to wire work, you can get right in there and you can prong set these.
Wow,
straight away.
amazing. Get the kit, make sure you check out the kit. Look at that, beautiful mixture of your wire work, your cabochon wrapping, obviously prong setting rather, and chainmail all in one piece.
I love it.
She's a super talent, is this lovely lady. Now, still to come, you are half hour away from your chrome dioxide. So that is happening in 30 minutes just over. But right now, I have got the triple eye strands, and this is my first ever time seeing these. They are absolutely incredible. Now, those of you who know what the all-seeing eye looks like, this is going to totally take you to that. Up next. Check these out. I've never seen these before. And these, when they first came to air, because they've been on your screens once previously, were very, very, very popular. So look, they're described as your... Is that part of them? No, sorry, wrong strand. These four are all part of your triple eye. Aren't they cool?
They're fabulous, absolutely fabulous.
Now, can I just show you what the all-seeing eye looks like? If I could just kindly swap.
Do you want me to?
Yes.
I will do a thing with those.
You present those for 1 second.
I don't know about that.
While I just show all seeing. Just show you what it looks like, basically. Because there's lots of different sort of ways of you know, it's often like this. You know, can you see? Actually pictured there. Yeah. But I'm looking for, in particular, the one in colour. I don't know if you can see that. Sorry if I'm. Sorry, am I being a bit of a naughty monkey doing that? Here we go. But sort of, this is kind of what I visualise the all-seeing eye to be. It's colourful. It's with that blue and white in particular, and yellows. There's lots of colours in there, but it's a very, very, very simple outlined eye.
Yes.
So you see where these, I should say, star buys actually got their name from. Lots and lots and lots of meaning behind them. I shan't get too much into that because we've got lots of colours to get through, but they are beautiful, aren't they?
They're absolutely stunning.
Really beautiful.
I've just picked up my weekend order. You know, we were on for Amber together.
Yes.
I basically spent more than we earned. I've just also picked up my strand of these.
Oh, did you see these? Yeah. Jem messaged me and was like, ouch, I've spent a lot. And I was like, yeah, me too. Don't think about it, Jem. Don't think about it. Right, let's bring you that gorgeous green. So this is the one that is in the centre here. Thank you, Jem. Jem's doing a sterling job here. And these are very beautiful matte. They're a matte colour, so they're not sort of polished.
Yeah, it's unusual to see them like this. It's really, really pretty. Do you want me to pull the other ones out of the way?
I tell you what, I'll do it for you.
Lovely.
There you go. Because these are almost like a tribal, I guess, aren't they? Let's just go along the strand. I love that texture, just to create just a little bit of contrast to them. Absolutely stunning. A mixture of your greens, your ochres, and your sort of chocolatey browns. Great alongside, I'm going to say it, maybe alongside your chrome dioxide. I've got 55 of your triple eye antique green agates. Plain rounds. It's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? They are plain rounds, you know, contrary to what sort of you might be thinking when you look at it. They are definitely smooth rounds. So the first of 4 strands from this beautiful collection.
These are absolutely stunning. Do you know, it makes me think of the jungle.
Oh, yes.
Quite a verdant, deep green with just touches of flora and fauna darting around.
I bet these would be popular with gents.
I was just thinking it was quite reminiscent of camouflage.
Oh, yes.
I really like it. I'd put these into
a
the
little bit of camo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Or maybe inside some, in with your paracord even.
Yeah, I'm just thinking with some of the lighter gauge paracord as a bracelet with sort of 3 of these on the back.
Very, very, very cool. So I had how many, sorry, Becky? There were 55 of these within the vault. already being allocated. Make sure you check out those baskets. So to get these really gorgeous greens with that lovely velvety colour, jewellery makers, so many of you there. Tell me what you're going to do with them. You're going to turn them into simple stretchy bracelets, or are you going to do macrame like Jem said, or a little bit of wire working, or just one if you like, incorporated into something like a stretchy bracelet, contrasting it to maybe some of the other triple eye agates. Really beautiful. We have just 50 of them already available, but already they are flying out the door. So lovely to be with you. What? So for those of you that weren't with me this morning, I was here this morning, so I have done zero prep with our Becky, really. In comparison, zero prep. Normally we have a little sort of natter and we go over what we've got coming up in the show, etc. And I might do some more gem research on those gemstones. I haven't been able to do any of that this evening because otherwise I'd have literally been here all day. All day. So I don't, that's not me trying to get a sympathy vote, but I'm not, honestly, because I'm here through choice. But I don't know, my point is I don't know the prices that Becky's intending. Becky? £4.95.
These are
I've never
fabulous.
even seen these before. I've never even seen these.
They'd be gorgeous with a combination of khaki and antique bronze colour, suedette or something similar.
Oh, nice. Yeah, lovely. Oh, suedette would be lovely. Okay, I'm going to bring you the next colour, which is the blue. I like the blue.
That's lovely.
I reckon this is going to be the most popular. How many have we got? Oh, there's only 19 of these. I mean, they're like ceramic, aren't they?
They do bring to mind ceramic, yeah. My mum's old blue willow from when I was a kid.
I remember that. We had that as well.
I think
the
we
blue
all
willow
did.
china. Yeah. 150 carats of gorgeous triple eye agate. But look at those colours. It's the contrast that you're seeing from that almost nautical blue, isn't it?
Yes, there is an essence, sort of almost a French navy.
I love it. Pop a little, maybe a red gemstone in amongst there, possibly a pearl, or
that would be cool.
Ooh, I know. On the back of your amber weekend, you know, we had those lovely anchors.
Yes.
And your gorgeous
the
compasses,
yeah,
that
and
you
the
see.
sailboats.
All of those would look really pretty on these. The graphics are live, jewellery makers, so we've got a lesser quantity of these, and already they are being allocated. A full 38 centimetre strand of 8 millimeters in their size, coming your way at this incredible star buy price, matching it at £4.95, jewellery makers. So we had less than 20 of these available, less than 20. And they're already, I do imagine these are going to be very, very popular, because blue and white always is. It's like fashion. It's one of those things that comes around every single year.
Yeah, it's timeless, and you know that all the catalogues and the fashion channels are kind of getting prepared for late spring, early summer launches when the navy themed clothing's coming out.
Yeah.
And these are the perfect accompaniment.
There's always a little bit of pop of red, isn't there, as well? A little splash of red in there. £4.95. Let's move on to the next. Oh, the black and white monochrome.
I think these are my favourite.
I can't choose. I love them all.
But I like the blue ones. I haven't seen the green ones. I like those
I've
too.
not seen any of them.
They'd all go amazingly well with white howlite, natural howlite.
I like the idea of making gents bracelets with this one.
Yeah.
So I've got 30 of these. Look at that.
Oh, there's little moments of translucency as well. Just here and there, little glow. It's beautiful.
They are fabulous, aren't they? I don't know, I'm looking at this, and what's the... Is it a puffin that's black and white?
Yes, it is.
Not the penguin. I know what penguins are, but the ones with the really lovely eyes.
They're beautiful, yeah. My mum's just come back from seeing the puffins and one
They
of the
remind me a little
islands.
bit of puffins.
Yeah.
Or penguins, now you've said it. I can't stop seeing penguins. A little bit like Pingu. A little bit. Oh, someone's got to make a Pingu out of these now, haven't they, with the big yellow feet? Yeah. Pete, do you reckon you can do that? Do you reckon you can make a Pingu?
I've got Pingu.
Go get some clay,
to be
quick.
honest, you can make... Do you know who Pingu is, firstly?
Yeah, I know Pingu.
Okay, cool. $4.95. What did Pingu say? He was like, meh, noot, noot. Is that what he did?
There are so many impressions in my ear right now, I'm terrified.
But you've got to have the feet slap. That's the best bit, isn't it? The feet slap's the funniest part about Pingu, I think, where he's shuffling around.
Oh, I just used to like morph. Morph is my
Morph was
my
good.
speed.
Morph was good. What did he used to say? I can't remember.
Oh, I don't think he said very overly
He
much.
did. He did make some noise, didn't he? Something like that.
Yeah, just occasionally a little bit of a...
Something like that, wasn't it? I can't remember. I remember Morph. Love it, love it. All of these little characters that we grew up with. Morph and Pingu. Ah, love Pingu. Okay, but I never knew that Pingu, he didn't actually talk, did he? See, I don't know if I imagined it actually being narrated, but when I watched it back, I was like, oh gosh, there's no actual talking in it.
I think the idea was that it was universal, language-free.
Bless Pingu. 140 carats of your triple I, and this is in that gorgeous antique and white. It's just a little bit caramel-esque, isn't it?
Oh.
Oh, a little bit amylite-esque. I can see the sea in this almost. There's a certain conch that actually has got that sort of speckling across the surface.
There is, yeah.
Do you know which one? The really smooth conch shell.
I think we were talking about this last time we were on. And
What is it about me and conches?
I'm not sure, but maybe it's really, really attractive, and that's just what it brings to mind.
Maybe I just need to go on holiday again.
I think that might.
Maybe that's what it is. But it's got that really lovely sort of like a caramel brown with sort of speckles of little white spots across the surface. 140 carats of this gorgeous gemstone. It's brand new to me. There's those levels of transparency that you were referencing there, Jem. £4.95. Check out those baskets. Beautiful alongside maybe some pearls. Shall we show you?
Oh, that's a lovely idea.
And
Yes, that's a definite yes.
is that a nice kit?
Yeah, that's lovely.
Oh, this would be called something like Sea Breeze.
That just makes me think of margarita time.
Okay. Ocean Spray. Something like that?
Yes.
Yeah? Sorry, is that a fruit juice? Yeah. Okay. Sea Mist. There you go. There we are. There's no juice named that, is there? Okay, the pearls are actually coming up a little bit later on. Moving on to... Oh, now, you said you had a little bit of a Brucey extra, didn't you?
This is the Brucey extra that I had for my kit.
So all of your chainmail was made out of these.
Yeah, so if I pop that one over for you.
Please
and I'll
do.
just remove the pendant from the end. So you can take a section and you can see, shall I drape it?
Do some draping.
I'll drape.
Casual draping.
Casual drape.
Look at that. So there's 200 of each of these sizes in the 7 and the 5mm. That's the internal diameter Jewellery Makers. So basically it's the amount that measures from inside to inside, not outside to outside.
That's the most perfect description ever. Yes, it absolutely is. It's key to know which of those dimensions we're talking about.
The inny bit, not the outy bit. So this is called Jump Around. Jump, everybody jump. Rose gold plated copper. So 400 of, did you like that? 400 of your lovely jump rings. So perfect for all our chainmail enthusiasts. And you were saying to me, only last time we were together, Jem, that you're not a chainmailer. I say you're call him fibs. Because you clearly are a chainmailer.
I know.
You're an amazing chainmailer.
Like 4 different things.
Well then.
And one of those things is 2 into 2. Which is just 2 jump rings into 2 jump rings.
It's still chainmail. That's not a 2 into 2 though.
No, I could be wrong, but I think this is a type of Byzantine, however you prefer to pronounce it. But up until 2 weeks ago, really the only link that I knew was a Queen's weave or a box link. And if you can do the box link, then you can do this because it's just 1 extra pair of jump rings more than you would do for the Queen's weave, and then turn that back instead. So if you can do that, you can do this.
It's beautiful.
And then all I've done is linked it together with the 5mm. in diameter. That's all.
And Jem made up her own little teachy chew, whatever you called it, the other evening as well. So we are taking every single penny, every single pound off that price tag. By the way, Becky said she didn't mean to do this.
Wow.
Did you press the wrong button on the keyboard or something? Basically, yeah. Basically. Are you a bit sort of? Is the sun getting to you, Becky? She says, I'm fine, thank you very much, although I didn't actually mean to do that price tag. So how much in terms of potential jewellery can I make, will I make rather, out of this, out of that $784 purchase?
Well, if you were looking at just 200 of the 5mm in a diameter, you'd be able to make a full, really close link bracelet in the box we've designed. I think it's slightly less than 200, but I'm not a specialist in chainmail. So I have got lots and lots of jump rings left over from making the full bracelet and the little drop, and using some of the jump rings in the jewellery as well. So, I mean, there's lots and lots to go around.
Loads of potential. Even if you did little chainmail sections, and 7 and 5mm do, it's like, oh gosh, you've got loads left over. So you could possibly even make that chain again, I'm going to say.
I think we could probably make that main necklace twice easily.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Moving on, stay where you are. Text in, come and say hi as well. It's not that often I see you on an evening, although lately I have been, yeah, I know, but it's nice to see you. So do text in to come and say hello to Jem and I. We would like to hear from you this evening, tell us what you're up to. Moving on to...
I want to hear about random holiday stories.
Random holiday stories.
So I went to Cairo many years ago, the year 2000 now.
Yeah.
And as we walked across the airport, I bumped into a neighbour.
Really?
Yeah, you go like 4.5 hours on a plane to a different continent, and there's some chap that lives around the corner. It was bizarre.
I've met, it's weird, I think the last 3 holidays I've been on, I've bumped into a Jewellery Maker customer. Like a few times, quite a few times. So, and also, because I used to present on Gemporia, I've had Gemporia customers, always on holiday. It very rarely happens when I'm at home, but always on holiday. So it's weird, I was boarding the plane on the way back from my last holiday and was like, when are you on next? So this customer behind me, I was like, ah! Which is always really, really lovely. It's always really lovely. I will apologise though. When I do travel, I don't go for. It's no glamour. It's comfort all the way.
Whenever I meet somebody who knows me through Jewellery Maker, it's always when I'm on my way back from the gym, and I look absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, it's that law, isn't it? That's what it is. How about some beautiful rose gold plated sterling silver? Excuse me, 8mm in this size, and look at the lustre of those, wow. 10 you get within a pack, so these are necessities. We even brought you the head pins earlier on this morning, this evening. At some point today. No, literally, what was it, an hour or so ago? We brought you some of the rose gold plated sterling silver head pins. So there's 2 combinations that are just idyllic. Alongside your chrome dioxide, Jewellery Makers, you are 15 minutes away from that beautiful chrome dioxide strand. Pop these with that high-end jewellery.
Absolutely spot on. I love to put rose gold with a green gemstone, and this is, for me, the king of all the green gemstones.
Ooh.
That is stunning. And I've just snaffled myself some rose gold plated sterling silver crimp covers, so I need these in my life as well.
Did you get the head pins earlier?
No.
Right. There's still some available, just about. That's all you need basically to start creating with. 69p? This is coming up in 15 minutes time. It's natural Russian chrome dioxide. 69p per precious metal on precious metal sterling silver fining, and they're not small. You know, they're not those teeny weeny ones that I find impossible to do.
I know there's a specific size of jump ring that I really struggle with, and I've got short to medium length nails, and I can't do them, and people with longer nails can't do them, and people with no nails can't do them. So these are absolutely perfect.
Well, look, I'm just showing you. You can actually get a purchase. You can straight away. So it'll be easy and easier in a finished piece of jewellery. But look, I'm showing you how easy it is. Oh, down here, up here. Just, you know, to actually sort of Open and close, open and close. Okay, well, 14 minutes approximately until we bring your chrome dioxide. Let's move on to... Okie dokie.
Now.
With the chrome.
Yeah, lovely.
Ombre onyx. Look at this colour though.
I have this strand.
It is stunning. It's a really beautiful, juicy orange colour.
It's absolutely glorious. It brings to mind your chalcedonies, it brings to mind your carnelian, brings to mind your fire opal, but they are exquisite little faceted beauties.
Oh, they just glow, don't they? You've got reds, oranges. It literally is like a gorgeous strawberries and oranges and lemons all in one incredible strand. Look at that. The luster, the sparkle, the colour. It's going where? Okay, so I think Becky is stuck on a single figure price tag, if I'm honest.
If I can be completely frank, I bought 3 of them when I saw them.
Did you pay that price? Can you remember, or did you pay more?
I don't want to remember.
No, I think that might have been... you might have paid a little bit more, Jem, but that's okay. You still got an amazing deal.
I did.
An amazing... Look at that. Beautiful, aren't they? Zesty. It's the perfect colour for this season, which is... It's hot, isn't it, at the moment?
It is. It's lovely. Marmalade.
Ooh. Marmalade and strawberry jam almost mixed together, that is. I'm not saying that's a thing.
I was going to say, I've never done that. I've mixed like vegan mayonnaise and ketchup before. That's a taste sensation, but I've never mixed marmalade and strawberry jam before.
No, I'm not saying do it, but it's visually that's what I'm actually seeing.
Yeah,
it might be all right, you know. It's fruit at the end of the day. It might be nice.
Is it one of your 5 a day?
Probably not, no. $8.95 only. Well done, everybody. Your chrome dioxide is coming up in literally 10 minutes' time. But right now, it is time for... Start by. Did you like that?
I did. That was beautiful.
Yes! I don't know if that's copywritten, by the way, but I've just sung it anyway. Raising awareness of the sport. Here we go. So, you have your beautiful football agates.
These are so cool.
That's cool, isn't it? You know, if you're making for, I don't know, a football fan's birthday or maybe a tournament or something like that. You know, just think about, we had the World Cup yesterday, was it the World Cup? I don't know, I get it all mixed. Women's World Cup, yeah. Was it yesterday or the day before? I know it's recently anyway, I saw the...
It has been in the news lately now.
Yeah. Well done, ladies. Well done. So, what is that? 3-0. See what we did there?
That's clever.
3-0, which includes 510 carats of your beautifully faceted. It's really clever to actually sort of orientate the gemstone and actually create the facets, but also to colour it in those specific areas to give you that sort of football pattern with that multicoloured strand as well. So these are in sizes of 8mm for your for 140 of your white footballs. Then you actually get another 8mm opportunity in multicolour footballs, and they're 160 carats. And then you get 210 carats in your 10mm footballs. Oh, I'm just thinking about, we all do sort of craft fairs and events and things like that. Well, hopefully you do. If you don't, then this is a really lovely idea to sort of have your makes for little boys, for example, and girls. I'm not being sort of gender specific here. It's very much a sort of unisex sport. Anybody that is a sports fan.
Most definitely, but they are really attractive without the connotation of being footballs. There's
Very
something almost
true.
Golf bally about the whiter ones as well, because there's a texture to the opaque parts, which reminds me of that anyway.
See, my husband's a golfer. He loves golf. So yeah, absolutely. If I made him like a golf inspired, he would totally get that now you've mentioned it.
Indeed.
But also, go on, carry on. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Not
Go
at
on.
all. I was just going to say that agate is a really strong gemstone, and you can make little key charms and key rings with these. So outside the remit of pure jewellery, they'd be brilliant as little party bag fillers if you do have kids or younger people and you want to give them something a bit more spectacular than 4,000 calories of pure sugar.
You've just given me an idea.
Okay.
Because in a couple of weeks we have Willow's birthday. She is going to be 3. How did that happen, Becky? How did it happen? Honestly, and we're planning the party, and that's a great idea, to put a nice little stretchy bracelet for them all.
Yeah, you could do stretchy bracelets, you could do key rings if you wanted to, you know, mix it up a little bit.
510 carats, that's going to make a lot of kids stretchy bracelets, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So, okay, you know what to do, or maybe you can get them making it themselves. All 3 strands, beautiful agate. I was going to say, these are almost a little bit turtle-like. I like the patterns.
That's cute.
Yeah, that you could turn them into little individual turtles if you're a wire worker. Anyway, all 3 strands coming your way under £15.
That's fantastic for all of them. Absolutely brilliant. And those multicoloured ones are so much fun.
They are fun. I think that's the thing. Jewellery can be beautiful, it can be pretty, it can be dainty, it can be feminine, but it also can be fun, you know, and I think that's something that a lot of the big designers are actually working on at the moment, is having a bit of personality in their designs. I mean, look at that.
Yeah, most definitely.
That's almost beach wear, isn't it?
It is very beachy, very cheerful, very holiday, very daytime. It's almost sweety as well. You think about a certain bag of mixed sweeties that might have got licorice in. That's what they remind me of as well.
Oh yeah, I see
vibrant
that.
colours as
yummy.
well.
And 6 bracelets, and that's going on my wrist. So if you start adding your spaces, if you start adding your charms in there, it's obviously going to go that little bit further. Beautiful, really, really beautiful. If you go back to, I think it was around 1 o'clock, we brought you a bundle of black agate, which I think would be a really nice addition to particularly this strand. You know, you could actually add those together to make it go that little bit further. And of course your elastic from your threading packs. Moving on, we're 5 minutes away, Jewellery Makers, 5 minutes away from your must-have. And I'm going to bring you another amazing example. I've only had 2 all day, example of your citrine. Becky knows how much I love this gemstone. It's also the gemstone of crafters, believed to bring you good fortune, prosperity and wealth. It's meant to enable your creativity, and apparently rumour has it is that you put a little piece of citrine within your cash register, or however you actually take the monies at such events, and that brings you sort of a very prosperous event. 50 carats of this gorgeous gemstone. We're looking at Brazilian citrine, so a member of the quartz family, and actually one of the most expensive members of the quartz family. You're looking for a more sort of buttery golden, like a buttercup yellow within this gemstone. It's really pretty in those soft lemon hues, don't get me wrong, but the more intense, the more desirable.
Yeah, there's no mistaking what this gemstone strand is, and it's an absolutely exquisite level of sparkle that I'm seeing from where I'm sat. It's really beautiful, and that would be my first choice from the whole stand as well. It's magical.
To put that combination together?
Yeah, perfect.
That literally is. Citrine and lapis lazuli have had a love affair, haven't they, for hundreds of years.
That works so beautifully together. It reminds me of the Swedish flag as well.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
Gold and blue.
Coming up a little bit later on as a start by, right now for your citrine, beautiful intensities of colour in a classic rondelle strand. Even if you were, just to restrand it. Wow. Yeah, see, it just goes to show Becky doesn't just surprise you, Jewellery Makers, she also keeps me on my toes as well. And she's got to remember, I think round about, give me an hour and I'll start going a little bit delusional. But in the best possible way. Anything could happen then, Jem, couldn't it?
I'm looking forward to it.
Anything could happen. But I almost feel a little bit like that now. Citrine at a single figure price tag.
Yeah, and it's exceptional facet work as well. It's really, really beautiful.
Wow, love this. So not long away from your must-have, this would be a beautiful addition to your chrome dioxide also, alongside the kit that you've just seen with your purple labradorite.
Yeah, quartzes will always work well together no matter what their specific colour variation. So yeah, that's going to be beautiful.
Love it. And then looking ahead, we've got some lovely pearls, near round pearls, for that really beautiful, sort of very elegant, golden, like a South Sea pearl piece of jewellery, teeming yellow citrine with some ivory pearls. It's still all to come, jewellery makers, but we do very, very much want an interactive show, folks, so please text in. Come and say hello. 60777, start your text with JM Studios. Yeah, we're going to have lots of fun this evening. More inspiration from this gorgeous lady to my right in further demonstrations and your kits. But up next, it is, I have to say, it's the strand of the night. I've got a triple figure quantity, which is almost unheard of for me to say that about chrome dioxide. And it is going under £20. Now, if there is one purchase that you make this evening, I think it has to be this.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Wake up and tune into Jewellery Maker every morning at 8 a.m. for our early bird special. We have some great offers, amazing deals and great prices to bring to you. So that's 8 a.m. every morning, and you know what they say, the early bird catches the worm. Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? Shop with us for the first time and you'll receive a free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful gemstone strands in an organza bag, plus a DVD ideal for jewellery making newbies, featuring tutorials essential for getting started and so much more. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will automatically be added to your order when you make your first purchase with us. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, shape and colour will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your new free gift, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
At Jewellery Maker, we are always looking at ways to provide you with a fantastic shopping experience. With this in mind, we'd like to welcome you to our new pre-order option. Selected items throughout the day will be put on display and made available for pre-order. When the presenter informs you that the pre-order service is available on an item, this is your chance to pop it into your online basket or speak to one of our brilliant call centre team members and be one of the first to secure your purchase.
Here at Jewellery Maker, we're always making improvements to give you a better shopping experience. We've recently upgraded our website to make it more user-friendly and easier to navigate around. We now have the guest checkout function, which allows customers to check out quickly without creating an account. Our homepage now informs you with what's currently live on the show, recently aired items, and today's deal of the day. We've improved our website navigation and added new categories to help customers quickly find the products they want. Our online range is growing fast with over 7,000 products available for you to purchase. And don't miss out on hundreds of brand new clearance lines with more added every week. Happy shopping with Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share. Welcome to Jewellery Maker. We are part of the Immediate Media family. Immediate Media is a fast-growing multimedia platform company who operates some of the most loved brands across the UK. Our brands range from our other shopping TV channel, The Sewing Quarter, to our very successful magazines, such as Simply Knitting, Molly Makes, and The Radio Times. We work incredibly hard to inspire you and bring you lots of exciting ideas and projects. So whatever your creative needs, you know that our crafting family will be there for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome back, Jewellery Makers. Now, as I said earlier on, seriously, if you we're all on a budget from time to time, and let's admit that. And if that's something you're being mindful this evening, and you treat yourself to one strand, then this would be my recommendation. Because chrome dioxide, I think most of our viewers actually, sorry, just scooch myself forward, actually know the situation or the rumours, I should say, of that mine. Dioxide forms all around the world. Chrome dioxide is specific to the Russian mine, and it's a very extreme sort of climate there. Even when it was mining back in it was discovered in 1988, so very, very new discovery. Right the way up to, I think the last reports that we heard were around about 2011, 2012. They were mining literally 3 months of the year due to the extreme cold. The machinery literally couldn't penetrate the earth to reveal this beautiful gemstone. But if you can imagine one of the coldest climates, but yet this gemstone actually coming from the ground in its natural form, this absolutely incredible vibrant green, then obviously it's no surprise that it created quite a buzz, a huge hive of excitement around the gemstone world. Mentioned that it rivals the beauty of your Tsavorite garnet, and that's my favourite gemstone. I don't disagree with that. It's got a very high degree of refraction, so you get amazing amounts of brilliance, but very, very, very rare. Now, if we bring it more up to date, I've certainly speculated, and I did mention earlier on that I was going to share with you sort of information that I might have, or I should say possible information, because it's very vague coming from that location. Nothing is ever sort of exact or very specific. But the mine is rumoured to have closed. It's either closed or it has been privately purchased by a very wealthy gem collector. That gem collector would possibly be from the Chinese market, who absolutely love this gemstone. And yeah, I mean, if you've got no budget at all and you're looking for a beautiful gemstone to invest in, then I think chrome dioxide would be up there on my list too. But yeah, I was looking online and I found some reports, and I wrote a little bit of information down from one report that I actually found. So, and it basically said the Chinese market over the past few years has gained a sudden interest in all coloured gemstones. gemstones, but in particular there are two, rubellite and chrome dioxide. This is causing a major issue for those who actually desire this most vibrant, colourful gemstone, in particular in the Western world. When a huge population like China develops this insatiable appetite for this gorgeous natural gemstone that only Mother Nature produces in very small quantities, supply and demand inevitably actually pushes the price up dramatically. So then, again, regular viewers, you'll know this, and you'll know this already, we don't see chrome dioxide in huge quantities. I know I had a strand yesterday, but it was, again, wasn't huge quantities, and I know I joke about this all the time, but if I ask my the buying team if they can actually put together a showcase of chrome dioxide, 9 times out of 10, well, no, 9 got the quantity to put that together. There might be 3 strands that are actually within the vault at present. Now, amazingly, and this has been under lock and key, I did say I wasn't going to mention this on it, but I'm going to do it anyway. So Sam, who is part of, he's the one you always see on Michael Wolf's VTs, you know, Sam with the glasses. Sam is part of our scheduling team. He's very camera shy. You very rarely see him on camera other than with Michael Wolf. I don't know how he actually persuades him to do it, but anyway, he actually is he has almost the lock and the key to the vault. Now, but certain strands he has to go for approval from the powers that be. I don't know how, but Sam actually went to the powers this afternoon because basically one of your original must-have didn't turn up. So like, right, okay, we need something really special to fill those shoes. And he actually went to the powers that be and said, what about this amazing strand of chrome dioxide that we have 100 of? Fully expecting there to be a flat no as a reply. I don't know how he did it, but he got a yes. He actually got a yes on this occasion. Becky's like, I don't know how he did it either. I have to say, this is my strand of the night. And I love red spinel. I absolutely love red spinel. But the fact that this is going under £20, Jewellery Makers, for a gemstone that is almost impossible to get hold of. I'm going to show you firstly what we should have been at. That in itself is crazy. For chrome dioxide, this natural green, elusive beyond elusiveness, if that's even a word. The fact that we are bringing it to you under £20 is categorically crazy, crazy, crazy. However, Jewellery Makers, put yourself in our shoes right now. If we have actually approached the fact that we want this in our show, then we need to justify this crazy price tag, folks. Now, we will go, I can't believe I'm about to say this, lower. But you decide how low. We have 108 exactly. Is that right? 104. Exactly. No more, no less. None reserved for another day. That is it. Brand new premiere. We will go lower on what is an already insane price tag, but I want to see you on those phone lines and I want to see you with it in your basket. So show me that you want this, a 28 centimetre strand for these beautiful 2mm microfaceted gemstones. I mean, talk about colour. It just goes to show when you've got the most insatiable, invigorating colour, you don't need them to be of massive sizes. To achieve that impact. Less than £20 already. I need to see you there for Becky to justify a reduced price tag. I mean, that is already reduced from $34.95. That's crazy already, Becky. But if we're going to sell this out, you can take it lower, and I don't just mean by a cheeky pound here and there. I'm talking about a big price drop. I need to see you on the web and on the phone lines. So lots Lots of you already happy and confirming at that price tag. Lots of you already multi-buying. That's the way to do it. As I said, if there's one strand that I treat myself to this evening, you know, if I was watching right now and I was thinking, okay, yeah, I'm on a budget, I can't afford to buy absolutely everything that I love this evening, but I can indulge just once, then I think this is your indulgence, and I think you're going to be absolutely delighted with your purchase. So Becky, you're the boss. You tell me, you've got the numbers in front of you. Is there enough people there? Is there enough people to justify that ridiculous drop? Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine categorically that I would ever be taking chrome dioxide to a $12.95 price tag. I mean, never in my wildest dreams. Hello, Sue. Hello to you, lovely. Wow, that chrome dioxide is stunning. It's so lovely to see you on the evening show, Elle. And with my favourite guest designer, lovely Jem. Ah, isn't that nice?
Well,
Thank you, Sue. Oh, bless you. It's lovely to be with you, my darling. Half the stock has gone already. Are we surprised? No, because you're gem savvy. And all of these sort of reports, I don't want to say they're actually facts as such, because nothing is, if you can imagine the location, etc. And in the gemstone world, there is very much a lot of sort of closely guarded secrets. I think chrome dioxide, the current state of the mining, is definitely one of those. I mean, we've been speculating here at Jewellery Makers probably the past 4 or 5 years even. Yeah, indeed. It's how we would describe in the region where I live as a bit sketchy, future-wise. Yeah, absolutely. But when, as I said earlier on, you know, whenever you have that kind of occurrence, whenever you have that kind of situation, that is my cue to, right, buy it now. Buy it now, because you can get diopside, beautiful diopside from all around the world, but nothing quite matches the quality of the Russian diopside mine. I'm totally there with you. It's one of my top 5 gemstones. It's my favourite of all the green gemstones. To see any microfaceted gem of a standard strand length like this to go under $19.95, I think, is exceptional. But then, you know, this is one of my favourite. This is closer to 10. Yeah. Chrome dioxide at all, like closer to an orange note than a purple note. I can't believe I'm saying that. Under 50 is amazing for chrome dioxide. Under £100 is amazing for chrome dioxide. You're getting 10 carats on this one strand. Take a little look back as well, because we actually bought you the I don't know if it's still available, but the 49 count silver wire earlier on. This would be perfect to use with your chrome dioxide, because you're not putting like a dark beading thread through there, so it's not going to darken the gemstones. You're still going to be able to appreciate that beautiful natural green. So many of you there, amazing. And I know you're going to be absolutely elated. It looks beautiful on our screens, doesn't it? But when you actually get it home, it's even more spectacular. Just a little suggestion, if it's for your own personal collection especially, get the certificate of authenticity, because one thing it will say on there is country of origin, Russia, and it will say chrome dioxide, not just diopside. I think it's fairly obvious that it's chrome dioxide, but actually having that documentation, you never know, 5 years, possibly even less than that, might have a really significant impact in the valuation of your pieces of jewellery. And like I said, I buy gemstones not just because I think they're beautiful, not just because they really interest me, but of course because I want to develop sort of a collection, an heirloom of gemstones that I can pass on to my future generations. Hello to you all. Essex, Leitrim, Beryl, Mel, Christine, Sheila, Florence, Alla, Anne, Jones. Hello to you, Gloucestershire, Sandra, Angela, Christine, David. Hello to you, Lawrence. Hello to you, Sarah, Leslie, Dawn, Cumbria, Suze, Catherine, Rosemary, Stacey, Sue J, Deirdre. Hello, Millie B. Hello to you, Julie. Hello to you, Lynn. Hello to you, Anna. Hello to you, Amanda, Jan. Hello to you, Justina. Hello to you, Susan, Christine, Janetta, Susan, Suzanne. I can't actually keep up with you, but there's a lot of multi-buying going on. How are we doing in terms of stock levels then? About 25 are left. This will be a sellout, Jewellery Makers, because our viewers know their gemstones. And even if you're thinking, okay, I don't, this is, I've never heard of chrome dioxide before, just that little paragraph that I read to you there, which I got off a very well reputable, I can't say which website exactly, but a very reputable retailers, if you like, talking about the specific mine, and in particular it's chrome dioxide and rubellite, which the Chinese market, which as we know is a huge population on the world, which actually has got overall, you know, sort of a wealth to invest in gemstones, when they actually show an appetite for this beautiful, natural, rare Mother Nature gemstone, supply and demand is obviously going to massively increase the price tag of it. Is chrome dioxide less available than the likes of your tanzanite? Yes. Yes, it is. Much less available than your tanzanite, considerably less, I would actually say. We could probably, I know you had a massive tanzanite auction this afternoon, amazing too. Put this alongside that tanzanite strand, it would be beautiful. We've got how many left? 17 left, Jewellery Maker. So Amanda, Jan, Susan, Christine, Janetta, Annette, Suzanne. Those of you on the phone line, stay where you are, folks. I've got literally rows upon rows of names. Let me just read some of the names that I can't see on my screen. So further down, basically. Catherine, Yorkshire, Alexandra, Shandy, Louise, Leslie, Alison, West Lothian, you're all there. 2s, 3s, 4s and even 5s I've seen being purchased today. You have got the most beautiful multicoloured spinel strand coming your way, and you've also got the most beautiful lapis strand coming your way. Which one's next? The spinel is coming up literally next, and I think those two together would just be the most gorgeous combination. Right, we're in single figures, folks, so I'll leave those final ones with you. Well done. What a purchase that is. Oof. Ooh, it is yummy, isn't it?
It is absolutely delicious.
It is one of those, ooh, gemstones.
And there's going to be about 140 on that strand, give or take.
Did you do some maths?
I did a maths. It was a basic maths, so it's all good. It should be fairly close.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
I know, 140 individual Russian chrome dioxides to play with. Trilogy rings. Amazing. How many could you make?
Oh, so many. Okay, back to your spinel. So if you love your spinel, we had an amazing red strand earlier on. I'd use that with this, I think. Spinel, few people know that it actually comes in a multitude of colours. Its crystal structure is the same as diamonds, which means that it is very durable. It is 7.5 to 8 on the Mohs scale, so definitely a wearable gemstone. But it forms in quite a distinct, a similar colour to sort of the patterns of your sapphires. Pure spinel is colourless. It's the impurities that give this gemstone that really beautiful tint of colour. So I've got a mixture of your mauves, your lovely pinks, purples even, and then if you look up here I've got some reds and I've got some gorgeous like champagne like colours and even your green. This is a breathtaking strand, don't you think? One full jam-packed with sparkle and brilliance, durability and wearability, but it's not as well known as sapphires, it's not as well known as rubies, and that is purely down to the fact that it's not, oh, look at that, that's the most gorgeous image. It's not as readily available. Mother Nature doesn't offer huge examples of this gemstone. That is amazing, because you know, even at soft focus, if you look at the back of the screen, you still see that fire. Even, do you see where I'm coming from? You get fire. Yeah, and then you get fire in the reflection. I mean, hello. Yeah, how beautiful. Little tennis bracelets, I think this would be gorgeous for. 5 carats, and we're going to go to the lowest ever price tag. So on the back of your absolutely awesome chrome dioxide, oh my goodness, and I have got a similar quantity. We're already under £30. Now Becky's being ever so bold this evening, because she says this would be a really beautiful addition to your chrome dioxide. Yeah, I agree. And your lapis lazuli that we've got coming up next. I like it. She's using my lingo now. Do you want to put an orange note back in your pocket? Look at that. That's stunning.
That's amazing.
Natural multicoloured spinel. And you've got almost Burmese spinel colours in this strand. Namibia here. Sorry, Mahenge is what I was thinking about. The Mahenge mine. I don't know if that's still closed, but it certainly was because so little of it was coming out of the ground. But that location actually brought these really beautiful sort of mauves and pinks and peachy light colours. Never would you see a Mahenge spinel piece of jewellery at anywhere near what's on your screen right now. It would always be a triple figure, if not more. $16.95. Yeah, an amazing addition alongside your chrome diopside. An amazing addition to your red spinel that you had earlier on. I've got a similar price tag, quantity rather, to the chrome diopside that you saw a few moments ago. So for those of you that actually want to cheekily add this to your order, I don't blame you, do it. We are talking rarity here across these two opportunities, real rarity. And if you're a big fan of your microfaceted, ooh, and we've got another treat for you as well. So we've gone from one of the youngest gemstones in your chrome diopside to one of the oldest. For thousands of years, this gemstone has been adorned. I'm going to show it alongside these pearls. In fact, gem.
Fabulous.
It's not very even, my wrapping, but sorry, I do try.
Amazing.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
Yep, they really work together.
Just one little lapis in between your pearls.
Be beautiful, or just wrap around them in like a helical design, just around the central pearl, and then the rest of the pearl's plain, but then you could add the spaces in. So many ways that you can play with them together.
Of course, we know that this was Cleopatra's one of her favourite gemstones, and we know that Michelangelo used the pigment from this natural blue gemstone to actually paint with. So it is documented to have been adorned for literally thousands of years. Would you like another lowest ever price? Okay, now this literally is insane. I don't get the amount of work that goes into faceting one gemstone of 2 mil size, and then I'm going to promise you, okay, if I just say it out, like sort of rip it off like a plaster really quickly, yeah? Yeah? Ready? Graphics are live. What? That's even lower than what it says on my sheet. £5.67, there we go, but I've got 68 of them. First come, first serve. Go!
You can use these in your seed bead designs. Can you imagine doing like a bezel set?
Beautiful.
Especially if you had one of the lunar beads or one of the sort of shell pearl cabochons.
Do you remember when our microfaceted strands used to be like $14.95?
I remember when they were $19.95.
Yeah, and you tended to pay sort of a higher price tag for the smaller gemstones because of the amount of work that goes into them.
For sure.
I don't get how now we're bringing them to you at these kind of prices, but apparently that is the lowest ever. Tons and tons and tons of you have it in your baskets, so check them out. I mean, that is oh well, I might as well. Isn't it? That alongside the chrome diopside, this alongside your red spinel.
Perfect.
Oh.
That'd be lovely.
We had 68 of these available. My star by sheet, that Becky goes to the effort of printing out, bless her heart, telling me what's what, where's where, quantities, etc. And then she changes her mind at the last minute and goes even lower. You know, 567. Cumbria, hello to you. Mikey, hello to you. Nell, Annette, half the stock has gone already. Lynn, Anna, Alexandra, Esther, Rosemary, Sandra, Christine, you're all there. Well done. That literally is an unpassable opportunity, and it's natural. That actually hasn't been dyed, as sometimes you see, and that's fine if it has, but that's natural from the original location of source. Hello Catherine in Kildare, evening ladies. I struggle to find a way to thread fab microfaceted 2mm gem. Could you help me please? Sorry to ask you a silly question. It's never a silly question, my lovely. So Jem?
It's never a silly question, honestly. So you can use, you could try using a bead spinner if you have one. I've never tried it with a microfaceted gemstone bead.
Yeah.
I know it works really well with seed beads. For me, what I tend to do is empty the microfacets onto the board in front of me, dab them onto my finger, and then use my 0.4mm gauge wire to pick them off like so from my fingertip.
So direct onto the wire.
So directly onto the wire. You can also create a little needle using wire if you want to then thread it down onto a different material. And I've seen many a beader, Hannah Osborne especially, and she will have it on one of the fluffy beading mats, and she'll go directly down and sort of almost like a bird pecks them up really, really cleverly.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for me, so just have a bit of a go. But as I say, for me, I'll get about 5 or 6 on the tip of my finger at any one time, and then almost like you're darning, just use the tip of the wire to take them off, and then just scooch them along. If you have to pause for a reason, put one of your bead stoppers or turn the end of your wire over, because there's nothing quite like having spent an hour threading hundreds of seed beads for them to go on the floor.
Agony,
so just take care. You can always, use quite a long section of wire straight on the reel, and then just to lose that ½ inch on the end by turning it is worth so much of your time.
Or your beading thread, because you can use this on, we had earlier on, Catherine, that 49 count beading thread. You can use that for these too, and keep it on that reel as Jem suggested. So I agree that happened to me the other day. I did it with microfaceted spinel, and literally I got up and it just went. You just heard that horrible noise, didn't you?
Yeah, and
I was like,
yes.
And then Tom, my husband was like, "Are you okay? Don't talk to me."
Yeah, just give me half an hour.
Just don't talk to me for a minute. Just please.
It's anything like my house. You have to pick them up out of the dog hair.
Yes.
You vacuum frequently and there's a dog hair there immediately. So, and it's never a silly question, honey. So seriously, just always ask.
Don't use a needle, just literally use either your beading thread or the wire itself. Amazing. Well done, everybody. That's looking, pretty much sold out there. It's beautiful showcase there.
Lovely.
Okay, and again, and the other thing I was going to say to you, Catherine, rather, is that you can get one of those little things you put on your fingers. It's called the nabber, isn't it? And it's a bit sticky. Have you seen that? Jem, it's the best thing ever. You literally go nab, 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 nab with your sort of microfaceted gemstones, and it kind of sticks there. It's a little bit like a sticky bead mat for your finger, and you literally thread it on then.
That's cool.
I'll see if, I tell you what, when am I on next now? I'm not on tomorrow morning. They're trying to get me to work tomorrow morning. So, when am I on next? What day am I on now?
It's Thursday today, darling.
It's Thursday today. I literally cannot think. No, I'm not in on Monday. Carol's in on Monday. I'm not in now. And I tell you what, I'll speak to the team and try and get them to squeeze it in the show. If we've got any of them available, that is, because it is a great tool for that reason. Okay, moving on. Pearls. Beautiful shell pearls. Oh, this with your lapis.
Perfect, with the traditional pearls as well. It looks amazing. With the football beads from earlier on. Absolutely gorgeous.
Isn't that stunning?
Fabulous.
It's been very blue and white this evening.
Yes, a little bit patriotic perhaps.
Yes, actually, yes. Also just reminds me of Dion. Bless our lovely Dion. She just got married, everybody. She just got married, bless her. She looked gorgeous too.
Oh yes.
So a little salute to our lovely Dion. Beautiful indigo. Again, I'm singing that rainbow song. Beautiful. No, don't you? Pete, sing it. Go on.
You do the young bit, and I'll do that.
Um,
I don't have it.
I'm not very good at singing either. Red and yellow and pink and green.
Purple and orange and blue.
I can sing a
rainbow. Rainbow. See a rainbow too.
Oh, beautiful! Pete, that was beautiful.
In the charts next week.
Ah, yeah, watch this space. 6mm, gorgeous shell pearls. Wow, £3.95. There is definitely a place for your shell pearls. They are made out of natural sort of Mother Nature components, so it's a mixture of your sort of shell, which is actually sort of ground down to a powder, but also, on Sunday morning, sorry, I literally had a mental block then, so I'll try and get it for you then, Catherine. I'll try and get it then for you. Remind me at the end of the show, Becky, to kind of ask that. So ground down shell, a mixture of the ground down pearls, and then reconstituted into that perfect idyllic spherical shape, so very durable.
They are durable, and they're also, because they are completely perfectly spherical, you do have an ease of use with them. And these are absolutely stunning. I don't recall having seen them in this colour.
No,
Gorgeous.
It's a lovely colour. It's a very grown-up blue, isn't it?
Oh, it is.
Love it. Okay, moving on. What number did you say? Okay, well that makes sense, that does. Here you go. It's a beautiful combination.
When you have a similar bead in a different size, I like playing around with putting different numbers, so 3 of the small, 1 of the large, 3 of the small, 1 of the large. It can be really effective looking without doing anything more than stringing beads.
And, you know, elastics will go on this?
Yeah, you should do, yeah.
Because you get quite a large, quite a comfortable drill hole in a shell pearl, don't you?
In my experience, yes, you do.
Love, and 4mm is my favourite size. Always has been and probably always will be. Little news update, jewellery makers. I still haven't found my stretchies.
Oh no!
I don't. I meant. So I've got a funny feeling that, you know, it's kind of gone full circle. And where I lost my mum's engagement ring when I was about Willow's age, literally, and all I said to my mum was, "I put it." I think the same has happened. I mean, with some stretchy bracelets, they'll turn up one day.
Possibly, yes.
But I wouldn't mind wearing them. So they're simple stretchies that I've created out of beautiful JM gemstones like this, that I literally wear like Jem has done, sort of stacked up the wrist. I can't find them anywhere. Oh well, here we are. I have to make an excuse to make more, I suppose.
It's always an excuse to make more.
38cm strand, durable, beautiful shell pearls. They're a lot more robust than sort of your cultured pearls. You haven't got to be quite so precious with them. You can use your perfumes, you can use your hairspray. So they're great for sort of hair adornments.
They are indeed, yeah. They're a little bit more safe.
Love it. Absolutely love that. $3.95 only. Text in. Tell me what you would do with these. Tell me what you're up to this evening. What are you looking at?
I thought I heard something in the rafters, so I was just checking to see if it was like Henry.
If it was yellow and black, you mean?
Basically, yeah. I wasn't going to say the thing. We
have a hornet nest here, by the way, somewhere in the studios, and we can't find it anywhere, believe it or not. So whenever somebody does this, does that put you on edge?
Soz.
Okay, here you go. Ooh, this is a lovely colour. Petrified wood. Now, that we don't see petrified wood very often, it's such a cool story behind it as well.
Really is, absolutely. It's all those nature colours as well, sort of caramels and chocolates and coffees.
No, most people actually think petrified wood is exactly that it's wood. It's not. It's basically where almost the fossil or the void where a tree once was, the natural organic material, much like with your dinosaur bone, I suppose, has been replaced by an actual gemstone that literally holds those same sort of patterns that you would find within the actual conifer tree that it once was millions of years ago. It's only found in a few locations. Not just one location, but it is a few locations, but it's very, very, very rare and dates back millions of years. So anybody that loves their amber, this will look gorgeous with amber.
It does, yeah.
Anybody that loves dinosaur bone, cool. Amalite, you know, is really fascinated by sort of the paleontology and geology side of things. This will be right up your street. 8mm in this size, and they're beautiful as well. Let's take this down, way down, to $12.95. Gosh, for petrified wood. Wow, so it's been replaced by that gorgeous jasper, so you know you've got durability as well. It's not as soft, nowhere near as soft as things like your amber, but very, very cool. And we'll often sort of look at, if you saw petrified wood prior to it actually being cut, it literally looked, it's like a log. It's like somebody has just said, right, turn that log of conifer into a gemstone, and that's literally what they've done.
It's some kind of magic, isn't it? Well, that's what it feels like to me. It does feel like magic, yeah.
Yeah, $12.95 only. Beautiful, really, really beautiful. Moving on, should we bring you some rhyolite, I think, to go alongside with your petrified wood. There's a gorgeous combination. I'm fascinated by things that, you know, it takes millions of years to actually purchase and achieve. Well, all gemstones will take thousands, if not millions of years. But don't you find it fascinating that these have literally been Mother Nature produced, so no treatment whatsoever within these two strands that work perfectly together. So this is rhyolite. I can't remember the last time I saw rhyolite. It's been, apart from this strand, it's certainly been a long, long time. You get some lovely deep forest greens, often sort of likened to that of your jasper.
Yes.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, it has that kind of feel to it, slightly waxy and smooth and beautiful.
Ooh. Look at that one there. It's like there's a little lake from a distance. Can you see that?
I can see that. Like when you see a watering hole in the centre of some undergrowth in the jungle.
Ah, yeah, when you're watching some kind of Discovery Channel programme.
Or you're watching Steve Backshall go diving in those water holes.
Oh, he's crazy doing that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't catch me doing that. Again, Discovery Channel, we like to watch those kind of programmes, but there's actually sort of, I can't remember if it's elephants or if it's different animals anyway, that because they use the same route to watering holes, that it's visible and have done for many, many, many years, that route is visible from space.
That's amazing.
Very, very, very cool.
Yeah.
150 carats you're getting here of natural, beautiful Madagascar rhyolite. For your men's makes, for your macrame.
Perfect, yeah, absolutely. It's a gorgeous shape, suitable for anybody, obviously, but it is specifically really rather cool for gents' jewellery.
Cufflinks, possibly?
Would be great for cufflinks, yeah. Really
And
cool.
large drill holes here, if I just double the strand over for you to see. So what gauge of wire or elastic or cord do you think I'd actually get through there?
You definitely get a 0.6mm wire without any issue at all. You probably get a 0.8, you may get a 1.
Yeah, you might do.
It's quite a generous drill hole in that one. Yeah.
And I think here's a bit of a tip for you. Whenever you see the acrylic beading thread, that is a definite that's a definite indication that there is a large drill hole. But rhyolite is again quite a robust gemstone, so you can drill it to that larger size. Amazing. Still to come, we've got some really beautiful crazy lace agate drilled cabochon, so perfect for today's theme, jewellery makers. Amazing for all of your wire work, but also beautiful alongside the next kit that we've got in the 9 o'clock hour. Single figure price for you, which is just astonishing for a natural gemstone. Okay, I love these. I love, love, love these. You've never seen them? Oh, I love these. And I've said it, I am a very basic jewellery maker, and if you're new, it's true, I am. I'm not the most skilled jewellery maker, and I don't mind saying that, but when you see something like this, you know the piece of jewellery that you're going to make.
Those are fabulous.
This is chalcedony, right? Is it chalcedony or is it onyx?
Wow,
Onyx.
no, really?
It was a mix. It was always going to be one or the other, wasn't it? Because you get that very similar kind of semi-translucency between the two.
That's
wow.
incredible.
I love this strand.
That's the glowiest onyx I've seen.
Oh, the cut, the shape, they are just beautiful. You know, I'm not a wire worker, but I think you could pop a little bit of wire around, almost use sort of the wax Y-cone technique.
You could.
Up to the top and make your bail.
You could do something very, very simple, just an extended variation of a briolette wrap. What I'd like to do is to do some wire weaving, like 2 wraps around a single piece and then 1 around both pieces of wire, run 2 pieces of wire side by side and then just have it coiling round like a helter-skelter.
Oh gosh, they are gorgeous. And in earrings, I wouldn't mind if they were sort of different colours either.
That's cool.
Yeah, it'd be really nice having different colours in each ear. So, I mean, you've got 135 carats of gorgeous onyx. Onyx is a stunning gemstone. Green onyx is my favourite. I really like green now as a colour. It's just one of the most amazing, very whimsical almost, the transparency, how the light plays with, I think, onyx and chalcedony. It's understandable that we kind of couldn't decide which one it was, because they have got a very similar appearance.
Yeah, it's a similar sort of route, if I'm correct in thinking that, but I would have put money on that being chalcedony. It's beautiful.
Wow, wow, wow. So, how many have we got of these available then, Beck? Ooh, ooh! And how much are you taking these to? Okay, these have been added to my order, definitely. I've got my phone in here somewhere, haven't I? Oh no, it's outside. $14.95. Look how beautiful it is.
They're fabulous.
You could just literally restrand it like this, couldn't you?
You could, and I love that the 2 to either side of the central gemstone are mirror matched in both their colourway and their dimension.
Yeah.
So those would be your perfect earring drops if you wanted to pair them, or then you've got the two odd colours on either end if you want to go asymmetric.
I think I'd probably multi-buy on this, to be honest, just in case they weren't, because you can see the picture here is different to what I've got. We guarantee multicolours and we guarantee this amazing quality. So I'd be almost tempted to get a couple of these and hope that I've got a pair of earrings in there. And if I don't, then they make the most amazing pendants. But did you hear that sound then?
It's beautiful, isn't it?
For beautiful, I don't know, dream catcher like designs. I imagine these to be popular, and they certainly are. Very, very, even down to the positioning of the drill hole, I think is very clever, because you wouldn't want that breaking. So they've gone a little bit further down in that sort of drop. The drop is up to 50 millimeters.
Wow.
I've got 5 on here, but the picture, as you can see, has got 6. We guarantee 135 carats of all these beautiful multicolours. If you get this, then please do share your photographs of your creations, because I would love, love, love to admire it. I mean, look at that lagoon blue, or the 2 lagoon blues. They're on your screen right now. Hello, Sujay. Hello to Annette. Hello to Leslie. Hello to Suzanne. Hello to Louise in Hertfordshire. Nice to have your company as well this morning. I hope you're well. With the pearls that we've got coming up, there is a triple figure quantity, or rather I should say there were so many of you already there, and I can understand why. With your chrome diopside, you know, imagine chrome diopside incorporated, especially alongside the actual green onyx that you've got. They are beautiful. I remember seeing once upon a time, I'm going back a while, but Eva Longoria, do you know who she is? She was one of the original Desperate Housewives, I think, and she's a I never used to watch it, but I can remember she was from that show. But very beautiful, beautiful lady, and I can remember her being on the red carpet once wearing, I think they were chalcedony. I'm questioning it now, it might even be onyx, but it was this blue, and they were big statement gemstones coming amongst her dark hair. It just looked absolutely stunning. A simple, very simple black gown with these amazing electric blue sort of earrings.
It's great that you can play with your jewellery that way if you're going for a more simple colourway in your clothing.
Yeah, wow.
Lovely.
Oh, well, that's depressing. Becky's just said, she just said, I was 11 when Desperate Housewives first came out. Really? Yeah, you probably didn't watch it from the start. Probably not. Okay, are you ready for these next for your next opportunity? Perfect with today's themes. This is your crazy lace agate in drilled cabochons. Okie dokie, look at these. So they are cabochons, but we kind of worked on the assumption when deciding, and our team, Marie mentioned last time that she was on air, that our team, say we've got a deposit, we've purchased a deposit of whatever gemstone, then they, parcel, there we go, parcel, deposit, whichever, they'll actually look at it and think, okay, what's the best way that we can actually cut these, not only for their beauty, but also for our jewellery makers' needs, because we buy some gemstones which are already on the strand, but more often than not, we actually get to choose the cuts. Not always, but we do actually have an impact in that, and I think with this strand it would have been one of those occasions. So Marie or Prakash over in India, they would have actually made a decision to take this strand and turn it into cabochons, and then possibly at some point they might say, well, how about we actually drill some of those cabochons, because not everybody is a wire worker, myself included. Not everybody has the confidence maybe to prong set, etc. So why not give them a little bit of insurance with that drill hole? So that's what we've done on this strand. They are cabochons, as you can see, but they are drilled. If you wish to use that, fabulous. If you don't, that's absolutely fine as well. So you're getting 75 carats of this lovely crazy lace agate strand. Graduation there. No two will be the same. Literally, no two will be the same. And you get some of the most beautiful, look at that, some of the most amazing markings. Very similar, I think, to your Botswana agate, actually, but probably a little bit more sporadic, I suppose.
Yes, it's quite landscapey in places, and then in other places
chaotic.
it's almost like lichen or...
Yes. Yeah. A little bit more frantic, isn't it, than your Botswana agate. I had Botswana agate strand this morning that would go gorgeously well alongside this. So Gems of Distinction strand, 14 centimetres that you're getting here in this beautiful, beautiful. I haven't seen cabochons drilled, and we don't get them that often here at Jewellery Maker. So really lovely that we can kind of cater for every level of jewellery making needs, I suppose. So I've got a double figure quantity, however, we are going to take it under £10, and I'm not even going to suggest what the price is, because Becky will probably change it. She's probably going to change that price. She likes to keep me on my toes. £8.95. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So you've got 5 pairs of earrings here.
Fantastic. Absolutely fabulous.
And a pendant. That's 81 pence per cabochon, Gem.
That's cracking. I mean, this is from Mexico, and when we're talking about agate, I particularly love in North America and in Central America, across the West Coast, there is just an exquisite, just beauty.
Abundance.
It is an abundance of beauty in the agates from that area, and this is no exception. It's absolutely gorgeous.
It's almost taking me to like underground caves. You know, when you see that kind of ray, that bolt of sunlight sort of beaming into an underground cave, and it just sort of lights up.
Absolutely.
That's what I can kind of see when I look at this lovely strand. These are natural. Hello Leslie, hello my darling in Manchester. What a great combo, drilled and cabochons. It gives you so many choices, absolutely. So, and genuinely Leslie, that's a conversation, a lot of time is spent with our team discussing with the actual sort of lapidarists. Okay, well, we want this to be maybe in your rounds, we want this one maybe to be in your checkerboard faceted cushion. We might want this in trapezoids, because this one in cushions, some in slabs, some in wheels, some in rondelles. But yeah, I agree with you, Leslie. I think it's a great idea to put some in cabochons, but you know, the drill hole is very discreet, so if you wanted to cover that up, you can. Very, very easy, especially if you were going to bezel set them, you'd be able to hide that away straight away, and if it concerned you, you can simply fill it with some clear resin or a little bit of clear glue, just to fill that up, but you really don't need to worry about it. Because I'm going to say something, you'll probably shout at me for this. What about a clear nail varnish? If you could get it to be liquid enough to go in through the hole, but a fine glue would be perfect, or a resin would be fine. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think you're going to be able to see it, to be truthful. But I'm not a wire worker, so I'm thinking, right, that's my little bit of insurance. If, you know, if heaven forbid I do make a prong set, which after your demo this evening, I want to have a go at. But that would be just a little bit of insurance, a little bit of peace of mind that it's not going to fall on the floor. Absolutely, you just take that extra couple of centimetres of your 0.4mm gauge and wrap that through and into your design really neatly, and then you know that it's there definitely, but it looks as like you haven't utilised that aspect. So yeah, love it. Go for it. Give it a go. What is this? Pardon? That's all right. I know what it is. I just wanted to hear you say that again. Kambaba jasper. So I'd imagine this is the location of the actual jasper. I just like the way Becky pronounces it. So you get almost a petersite look. So petersite is a greeny blue. It's really, really, really beautiful. So natural jasper from Madagascar, 65 carats you're getting here. Oh look, do you see where I'm coming from? It is almost like a petersite appearance. You do get that stormy tempest within. So yeah, there is an element of similarity, but you've got that sort of greener tone. It's quite exquisite, the Kambaba jasper. And it's such a beautiful colour. Yeah, it's like, you know when you see those sort of satellite images of storms? Yes.
yeah, you do get the storminess, as you would in the Tempest stone.
Yeah, amazing. Graduated plain flat. I don't know, I wouldn't describe these as flat drops. They're not flat drops to me, these are curvy drops. Because you see where I'm coming from? Because they're not, you haven't got a flat surface. But they're plain drops, let's just put it that way. So 12 to 14 millimetres. And what? Under £10. I don't know where the time this evening has gone. Gosh, it's raced by, isn't it?
It has, it's whipping along.
It is very, very, very busy. We're loving the interaction as well, Jewellery Makers, so keep those messages coming through. We haven't really got a text topic today, we're just having a chat. Having a good old natter, as we said earlier on. There's nothing better than picking up the phone and having a little bit of a chin wag. 60777, start your text with JM Studio. Well, we've established that we love receiving your. I would love to do. Do you know back in the day when I was on the USA channel? Pardon? Yeah, we used to call them tea callers. So they used to dial in, and it would be literally live. There were some very fun moments, let's just put it that way, because you never really knew what people were going to say. So there was the occasional swear word or something like that, but it was always lovely though. More often than not it was absolutely fine, and it's just really nice. Oh gosh, loads of time people sweared, yeah, loads of times. But in a jovial, happy way. It was never anything sort of negative. Anyway, but it was always really lovely. It was always really lovely to hear people's voices. You know, to put a voice to the faces and the names that we see.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If only we could do that here at Jewellery Maker. You never know. You never know. Watch this space. I've just put a little seed in everyone's mind now, haven't I? Chloe right now is saying, stop it, Al. Stop talking, Al. Stop it. I don't know how easy it is to do. £9.95 only. This again would be beautiful with your kit, Jem, that's coming up in the 9 o'clock hour.
Oh, it would actually, yes, very true.
Because you've got those lovely deep forest greens there.
Yes, there are. Yeah, you would add this in beautifully, actually. This is the kit that just wouldn't quit.
The kit that just would not quit. It just kept coming.
It did.
More and more and more carat weights. Wow.
Yep.
Wow. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 pieces of jewellery. Or is that 10? 10 pieces.
I can't remember.
Jem, one thing we can always say about you, my darling, is you literally give your all to your kits.
Yeah.
You really do.
It's a privilege to be able to work with these gems, so, you know, why wouldn't I?
Wow.
I love it, absolutely love it.
Coming up within the next hour, if you do have any questions for Jem, then do feel free to message us. That's coming up straight after the break, so straight after the break. We have still got those beautiful near round cultured pearls to bring you, and I've still got this amazing kyanite. Look, just to tease you. In fact, let me just bring it to the hand, just quickly. These are coming up within the next hour. It's the perfect duo, don't you think? Actually, sorry, let's make it a trio.
That's beautiful.
Yeah?
Absolutely
Kyanite star by. How about if I said under 50? Near round genuine cultured pearls. How about if I said under 50 as well?
That's amazing.
Yeah, leave that with you. Coming up. Your lapis lazuli, I think that's sold out, I think. Or as good as. There's probably like a couple of them left. Oh, there's single figure quantities, so there is some left, but not many. Okay. Ooh.
That's fun.
So this coming Tuesday, we've got IM Festival. Woo! So yeah, you're going to see the JM team. They're going to be in lots of tassels, and they're, well, I don't know, it's a festival, so that's what I was thinking. Yeah, you got to dress like. Anyway, no, so it's basically something that Immediate do for their employees, which is wonderful. But the reason why I mentioned that is because don't you think this would be perfect for you, like boho chic designs? So.
It's lovely to see them in the flat coins, those huge rounds. They're absolutely gorgeous.
Look at those. 580 carats, so big individual cabochons. Sorry, what would you do with these then, Jem?
I'd treat every single one as a cabochon, and I'd make the yellow toned ones into sun pendants.
Oh, nice.
and I take the green ones and maybe make a tree of life over them because it makes me think of trees because they're green. The purple ones I probably just hold on to because they're so beautiful. But there's so many options you've got with that extra drill hole. And
It's
when
like
you
a
see,
yin and yang sign, that one there.
yes, that's beautiful, wonderfully cut. I mean, whoever cut that, kudos to them because it's absolutely spot on, really gorgeous.
Or just restrand it like so.
Yeah.
Look how gorgeous that is and how lovely it lays across the skin. And can I just say, I'm not going to say this is not medically proven, but they're very cool to the touch. So, you know, I'm just feeling around the décolletage in particular, it'd be quite cooling.
I would think so. Why
Yeah,
not?
quite cooling. I don't know, I'm not saying that's definitely true, but that was the first thing I noticed when I actually held up to the neckline. Should we take it under £10? Look at this one. It's like a really beautiful choppy ocean sea.
Lovely. How many are there on the strand, please, darling?
I'll give it a count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
That's fantastic.
12 of them. Big, large, statement gemstones, that's 83p each.
Yeah,
and I
that's
think these are
incredible.
described as part of our Candy Cab collection. I think these were launched originally on our, was it our birthday celebration? Which, gosh, that seems like only yesterday, and yet we're a couple of months on now, really.
We are indeed. But it's
Wow.
beautiful. I mean, you can see there's different colours in the threading material that's been knotted between, so you know that those drill holes are going to be sizable as well.
Yeah, yeah.
They'd be brilliant in like a fob style where you could spin the gemstone.
Ooh,
So you
like
could
the one
turn
you
it over.
demonstrated the other evening.
Oh gosh.
That was and I was like, oh, does it spin? You went, no, but it could.
I don't remember that.
Don't
I'm
you
sorry,
remember?
I've slept since then.
It was, oh, perhaps it wasn't you, honey, but I thought it was, because you demonstrated, like, literally with a round gemstone framing around. Oh, no, it might have been Laura, I can't remember. I've slept since then, too, clearly. Paul's like, are you all right, Elle? Yeah, I'm good.
You've got this.
I'm good. Like, last hour, this is hour 10. The 9 o'clock hour is hour 10, but genuinely, I'm loving every single minute of today. It's been so much fun. And I've got oodles and oodles and oodles of inspiration with this gorgeous lady. The lovely Gemma will be demonstrating. I've got a stunning kit coming your way. Don't forget, your near round pills are coming up in the next hour, along with that exquisite kyanite.
Tune into Jewellery Maker every morning at 8 a.m. for our breakfast club. We'll be bringing you low prices, last chance to buy, and end-of-line stock. Make sure you're watching because once the deals are gone, they're gone. Check out your Wall of Fame entries in this hour and be in with a chance to win £100 credit to your account. The Breakfast Club on Jewellery Maker.
Jewellery Maker course gift vouchers are now available. You can choose from a bronze, silver or gold voucher. Each voucher is worth a different amount that entitles you to book towards a course of your choice. For more information, contact our call centre on 0800 644 655. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Are you new to Jewellery Maker? Shop with us for the first time and you'll receive a free gift. The free gift includes 2 beautiful gemstone strands in an organza bag, plus a DVD ideal for jewellery making newbies, featuring tutorials essential for getting started and so much more. As long as you qualify as a new customer and haven't shopped with us before, then your free gift will automatically be added to your order when you make your first purchase with us. It's really that simple. Gemstone strands are selected at random, so gemstone size, shape and colour will vary for each new customer. Why stop there? Once you receive your new free gift, we'd love to see what you create. Share your designs with us via our Facebook page and join our creative community of jewellery makers. Start your jewellery making journey with us today. Create, wear, share.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker have an extensive range of DVDs for all abilities. Each of our mediums has an introductory DVD to help you get started. If you're already an experienced jewellery maker, we have a collection of projects and more advanced DVDs to take your designs to the next level. So visit our website for more information. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Welcome back, jewellery makers. And I'm joined by the lovely Jem.
Evening.
As if it's 9 o'clock already.
I know.
It's gone that quickly today, hasn't it?
It really has whizzed by.
So quick. So I've just done a little count of Jem's amazing creations. You've made 11 pieces of jewellery out of this kit.
And I had some stuff left.
So you could, wow. I love those earrings at the front in particular. They're the first ones that actually caught my attention.
The smoky.
The lovely swirly earrings.
Yes.
Look at those. Aren't they beautiful? And that's just a collection of a handful of gemstones. We'll obviously go through every single one of the pieces in a second, just literally sort of pan across, but photographs will be made of all of Jem's gorgeous makes. It's a big kit, I think, just to quote you.
It's a big kit. It's endless, absolutely endless. What I wanted to demonstrate really with this kit, most importantly to me, is that if you learn a couple of basic techniques, you can make so many different looks, which is why there's so much jewellery. You'll see there are 2 heart pendants, which use the same techniques but look very, very different. There's several drop swirly pendants, which use the same techniques, but each of them look completely different.
A little variation.
Yeah. So I wanted to kind of prove that if you are new to this as a medium using wire with gemstones, then you can create your own beautiful jewellery that is inspired by or using techniques shown, but it comes out a bit different every time.
Every single time. Just have a go, and I think this kit really is an opportunity for you to do exactly that. What's the worst that can happen? You end up deconstructing the piece of jewellery and you start again. You know, it's not like, you know, wire once upon a time used to be very expensive, didn't it?
Yes, it was a bit more considered, but now this is
not today.
Fabulous way to do it.
So I tell you what, let's start with your gorgeous gemstones, shall we? Look at that. That's amazing. That's wonderful. You do create really beautiful curvy designs.
I think it comes from being a curvy lady.
I can always spot perfectly curvy, and my mum always says to me, curves are better than corners. So there we go. I'll throw that one back at you. Mwah. But yeah, I can always spot a Jem Hawkes design because of that beautiful kind of rhythm that you create within wire. So let's talk through the gemstones first. You're getting how many? 1, 2, 3 strands.
And there's all of the strands are beautiful, but there's one that made my heart just beat quite fast.
I wonder if it's the same one I'm looking at right now.
It might be.
Which one is your favourite?
That's the National Gemstone of Scotland.
Me too. It's that one there. Yeah, me too. So I can tell you this strand was purchased from a female gem trader.
Okay.
Supplier of ours who specialises in diamond cutting.
Really? Okay.
So, you know, the pumpkin cuts, the triangle cuts that you see all come from that lady, that supplier.
Okay.
So what have you got here in your woodland? You actually have a mixture of your gemstones, including 80 carats of your marble agate. That's this one here. They're 6mm full 38 centimetre strand. You have 270 carats of your green blue druzy agate. They're 10mm rounds with those wondrous little caverns of sparkle within. You also have 140 carats of your lovely smoky quartz. This is the pumpkin cut. So you can actually see how it almost kind of staggers its way around in a really beautiful high luster way. And they're 8mm rounds, full 38 centimetre strand. You also get oodles of wire. So I've actually got 3 gauges of wire, 0.4, 0.8, and also your 1mm. So 30 metres, and yet how many pieces did I say you made? 11.
11, I think.
11 pieces, but you could have gone on to make more. But 3 gauges that really do work together.
Yeah, they're absolutely fantastic.
There we go. So in that really beautiful gold coloured silver plated wire. Still not done though. It's a big kit, as Jem said, a really, really big kit. You've also got your findings. And I noticed on Facebook earlier on this afternoon that we had somebody asking for findings. I don't know what the response is to that. I literally just saw your post, but I looked at this kit and I went, oh yeah, it's that findings pack. I think it's the same findings pack as you pictured. I think, anyway. I'm just going off memory here. But they are, it's definitely an amazing findings pack that was worthwhile having in your stash because it does so much.
It really does, and it matches the wire colour perfectly as well, which in turn teams with the gemstones so beautifully.
I'm glad you said that because that's something that I'm a little bit OCD about things like that. So it's something that our team worked really hard to develop to make sure our finding colours do match the wire that we actually offer.
Absolutely, and the fact that you've got smoky quartz with a gold colour wire as well is just heaven sent. It's incredible.
So for 3 strands of beautiful gemstones, including our favourite, the smoky quartz, 30 metres of your lovely gold coloured silver plated copper wire, and also your findings pack, which actually includes 21 pieces. So you get your shepherd hooks, you get 2 of your toggles, you get your featherweight head pins, you get that length of chain, you get your crimps and also your jump rings, so that, you know, so much potential, all for an amazing final kit of the day price tag. Now this is our should be. What that basically means is if you were to buy each and every single component, off our website, that would be an amazing price. You've got 3 genuine gemstone strands here, folks. But not only do our guest designers provide the knowledge and the inspiration, we also like to bring you a bit of a saving alongside the kit as well. So Becky says, who wants a purple one? Not the sweetie. A purple note back into your pocket. $24.95. $24.95 for all of, I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 components. I'm counting the findings as 1. Yeah. 7 components. That's working out at what, £4, something like that? Something like that? I'm not. £3.56 per component.
Under promise, over deliver.
Absolutely. So that pumpkin cut strand is £3.56. The druzy, £3.56, £3.56, £3.56, £3.56, £3.56, £3.56. That's amazing, isn't it? How many do we have of this kit available? 71. Great opportunity for you to join the wonderful Jewellery Maker family. If you wanted to sort of try or approach your jewellery making as a hobby, here's an ideal chance, folks. If it is your first purchase, you also get a Get Started with Jewellery Making DVD, so lots of tutorials on there. Have a little look on our YouTube channel as well. There's lots of demonstrations on there. But Jem is also going to demo, so which amazing piece are you going to show us?
I thought I'd show you the technique of making one of the heart pendants. So there's one in the blue-green druzy, and there's one in the agate as well, which is further up towards the centre. And they're both based on the same basic techniques, but they're slightly different in their flavours and finishings, and you can obviously take it to wherever you want to take it. It doesn't have to be a heart, I just like hearts.
No, I think everybody likes hearts, don't they, in jewellery?
Absolutely.
And can I just say that would be a really lovely wall hanging too.
I do make a lot of jewellery and wall art, and for me, you know, as long as you can physically bear it, if you want to wear it, wear it.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay, my darling, take it away.
Okay, so what we're going to look at first of all is some of the, I think I used the 0.8mm gauge gold coloured wire for this, and I've got again a really quite a long length of the wire, and I've pre-threaded a number of beads. Now these are beads that I had left over from the kit, so what we would ideally aim for is an odd number of beads, so I may have to, no, that's an odd number. The reason I'm looking for an odd number of the beads, doesn't matter which ones you're using, is that it enables you to have a point at the bottom of your heart.
Yep.
So I've pre-threaded these onto around about 30 inches or so, so about 2.5 feet, so 75 centimetres or so, that was a quick maths, of the 0.8mm gauge wire. But we're not going to start in the centre as we often do. What I'm going to do is just turn a little corner on one end of the wire so that my beads don't escape, and at the other end I'm going to start by forming a very, very simple bail. So I'm just going to put some fluidity and a little bit of strengthening through that wire at the top. You can use the 1mm gauge wire if you wish to. I'm just going to put a little bit of a right angle bend to begin with up here at the top, and then in the opposite direction, so we're coming one side straight up, then we're going to go backwards from there. So if I show you that up on camera 4 like so, and then you would need to make a bail aperture. So ideally with your bail makers or a round form, a marker pen or something to create that perfect round form. I have left mine in the bag elsewhere, so I'm just going to approximate a bail that would be large enough to pop through a chain or a torque or whatever you want to hang it from. So I'm just going to grip that round circle that we've made and take that little 3 inches or so tail of the 0.8mm gauge and wrap that around a couple of times at least to get some strength into that segment of the design. So it doesn't really need to be overly tidy because we will be covering that up later, but I tend to like to keep that as neat as possible, and then trim away any excess and pop that to one side. So to make sure that you are cutting just the tail and not the bit that we're working with. So I'm just going to tidy up that little coil ever so slightly, and then if we imagine that this is the upright front section of our pendant, we're just going to hold that towards me so that the loop is opposite to the board that we're working with, and then just draw up one of those corners to start working in the essence of a heart shape. And then we're going to bring all those beads back round. Now if we can work with just a tiny little bit of space between those beads, that is ideal. If they do tend to snuggle up, that's absolutely fine. Sort of what we need to do now is work out where our centre point is. So again, we went for an odd number of beads so that we could have one at the very, very bottom point. If you don't want to work with an odd number of beads, then that's absolutely fine, but it's just a case of making that fit until it sits so that you're looking at an approximation of symmetry. So that's almost a heart shape at the moment. We're not going to worry about it being absolutely perfect. What we're going to do then is take that elongated tail and wrap it around the neck at the top. So if you just open up ever so slightly so that we can get that wire close to the bottom of the bail that we created, and draw that around the neck a couple of times. And then you would take a few minutes just to try and make that as heart shape as you wanted it to be. So you can see with the 0.8mm gauge how easy that is to generate that kind of shape. So that's what it would look like if you used the blue-green druzy, and I've done exactly the same thing, just preparing that during the last hour. So just to show you, different sizes, different gemstones are going to look slightly differently. I'm going to continue working with the smoky quartz, and I'm just going to start by drawing that wire that we were just working with, the tail of the wire, draw that back down the neck to create a double coil so that we end up with our wire back at the shoulder where we started. So just bring your bail back into true and just make that form to your desires. So what I'm going to do now is where we turned the end of the wire over earlier, I'm just going to open that back out so that we can utilise all of that wire. And you see that we haven't wasted any at all in this instance. So at the moment I've decided this is the front of my pendant design. What I'm going to do is just smooth the inch or so nearest where it's connected to the design. This 0.8mm wire is coming off the back at the moment, so what I want to do is draw that diagonally over the gemstone like so and push the tail through, or you can post it. I'll show you an alternative way to do that any second. So we've just skirted diagonally across the outside of the gemstone, creating almost like a fake bezel but coming at an angle to where this will be viewed from. So your alternative way is to take the tail of the wire you're working with, post that through the centre of the heart, draw most of your excess through whilst you just bring that around, and it's really just finding whichever technique you prefer. So I actually prefer to post the wire through, and you'll see the wire will try to sort of push out more forwards than you want it to be. So just try and keep that under control whilst you take the tail through, and then just continue all the way around the design, and it does build up really quickly. Once you've gone all the way around, you should still have a good amount of wire left over to come back with. So you would get to this end of your design. So if I just take this tail of wire all the way around, imagine that we have done exactly the same technique, this diagonal wrap all the way around. You'll end up coming around here like so at the top, draw that across the back of your design, and then if you choose to, you can add a second layer in exactly the same technique. So I'm going to push that tail through again, draw it back round, and in doing so we end up with this almost looks like the centre of one of those marbles. I don't know if you have ever played with marbles that have the little ribbon in the centre, but it's almost like an opening iris. So you can see again it does build up super quickly once you get into your rhythm, and then once you get to the far end just wrap around a couple of times, and you can pop in a little coil if you want to, just to finish up with those endings. So this has been double wrapped all the way around, but there's so many different ways that you can work with a design like this. So for instance on this one I actually ran out of wire halfway round, so what I did is I added on a section of wire at the top, came back in the opposite direction, met where I'd run out of wire, and then put a little coil on it. So I mean it's a technique that now I've admitted to you is an accident. You could say, oh well, she's just kind of gone with it, but if you didn't know, if I hadn't told you that it wasn't supposed to be like that, then you would just think it was a design technique.
That's my favourite of all of them.
Okay then.
That is actually my
so
favourite
it's a happy
one.
Accident.
Yeah, yeah, well we love those. That's beautiful.
So as you can see, I mean there are three, obviously I haven't finished this neatly because I've kind of cheated and gone off on a little route around here, but you can see how very quickly they build up, how you can bring that back into a heart shape, or you can make that into the lovely perfect oval. You could even set a little cabochon in the middle, or you could do the cycloid design from that beadwork and turn it into one of these, which is just laying over the 0.4mm gauge, I think, just running back, so from top
it's like a spirograph.
It is like a spirograph. It's one of my favourite things to do. It's very, very relaxing to generate, and very, very easy once you get the technique.
Wow, amazing. Jem, thank you so much. Beautiful creations and so many different designs as well. We'll upload the photographs to our Facebook page so you can admire them all the more. Yeah, be quite a few photographs because she's a busy girl. She's a busy girl. So, Jewellery Makers, in about 10 minutes' time, we still have your star buy. I think we're going to start with, are we doing the pearls? So the pearls are coming up at 1:30. Near round pearls are very, very desirable. But then in 25 minutes, we've also got your beautiful kyanite. Now, shall I bring you some opal? One of the most exciting variations of opal. This is dendritic opal.
Fabulous.
Opal has a really broad kind of selection, if you like. So you can get matrix opal, black opal, Australian opal, coloured opal. You can get Ethiopian opal. Then you can start talking about sort of like your jelly opals, your doublets, your triplets. I mean, there's loads of different types and varieties. Dendrite opal is basically natural opal. In this case, it's from their national gemstone, the national gemstone of Australia, and it's from that location. But where beautiful kind of mossy inclusions have grown within the gemstone, they form these what we call dendritic inclusions. They are fabulous, and they kind of really look very. We either say like Japanese art or like a wonderful alpine scene. 42 carats you're getting of natural beauty. If you love your earthy colours, if you love a softer version of your monochromes, then I think this will be right up your street. Beautiful graduation. Okay, I think I'm going to give you a little bit of a. We're actually coming to the end of the day. Don't worry, we will repeat all of our live shows as well. Don't be too concerned if you see me again. I have been here a lot today. I am not doing tomorrow. Vicky said, "Al, you're down for tomorrow." I'll have a 3-year-old with me if that's the case. I can't. No. Okay. We will take this under £10. I'm going to do a little bit of a surprise. Thank you for your company kind of deal. Should we do that? Because I really have enjoyed it, and you very much. You very, very, very much have helped me through, which is a long day, but it's an enjoyable day. £5.95. Wow. For dendrite opal. Very rare, beautiful, natural opal as well. It's opal with a difference, because let's be honest, gents in particular might not wear certain types of opal because they deem it as being a little bit too feminine. But dendrite opal, it tends to be, a big tick on the male front.
It is, yeah. It's got a slightly more muted palette, perhaps. It doesn't have those big flashes and sparkles, but it always reminds me of new fern growth when you go in the spring through the woods. When it's just unfurling.
Yeah.
I love that.
I know what you mean, before it's actually kind of literally unravelled, if you like. Yeah. We've got a fern in our garden, and it literally does that because it kind of rolls itself out, doesn't it? Yeah, I can see where you're coming from there. So this is a little cheeky thank you very much price tag. So I think I can squeeze a few of them in the next 35 minutes, can't I, Beck? Yeah. It's all good. How many did we have? Oh, did I say how long? Sorry, how many? I meant how many? How many? Only 20? Okay, so we have got quantity we can squeeze in between now and the top of the show. So with lots of opportunities and lots of special prices for you all. You've been absolutely amazing, but we're still not done. We've still got more to bring you. Moving on to... Are we going to do the kunzite?
Oh,
where? Who used to do?
Oh, wow. Seriously?
Is it these ones? I've never seen bronzite in that size.
Neither have I, and it's exquisite.
So I would have actually thought this was bronze. You can see where it gets its name from.
That's amazing.
I've never seen this strand. Oh, it is bronze. A bronze-coated pirate. I thought you said bronzite.
Yeah, I thought you said bronzite.
Okay, right. No, it's bronze. I was going to say, have we ever done bronzite in 3 mils? But even so this is...
Oh, that's exquisite. Absolutely exquisite.
You can actually see, like, you imagine these to be like little bronze spheres, don't you? You always imagine, there's a lovely little gemstone within there too, a lovely weighty gemstone. That's why one of the things that I love about pyrite is that it really does have a weight and a presence to it. I've never seen these before. Have I got quantity? 30 of these available within the vault. Can I just show you something? This is how sorry, I've got bronzite on my mind then. This is actually how pyrite forms. It forms, when we say it's got a cubic crystal structure, that's what it is. Now these have obviously been polished, but that is literally, they haven't been cut, that is literally how the crystal actually forms within the earth. So there you go, literally like so. So we've polished all the sort of, the excess rock away, just to show you that perfect crystal structure. So from that to this.
I think pyrite was probably my first ever geological specimen that I collected as a child. I was always interested in rocks and fossils and things. And pyrite was just so shiny and lovely.
Fool's gold,
yes,
they call it.
That's right.
Because it has got that really beautiful sort of metallic-like appearance. So I've never seen this strand before. I love it. I've only got 30 of them though, so make sure you check them out your basket. You know those lovely little copper spheres that we actually brought to wear back with Alex, wasn't it? Alex, our mineral man. These are almost like that. I'm not saying they are pure bronze or copper, because they're not. They're, it's actually got that coating. It's the coloured coating across the actual pyrite gemstone. 3 mil in their size. I'd use this with a kit that you've just had.
Exquisite, actually. Yeah.
Really lovely alongside your smoky quartz. Wow, and definitely alongside your next star buy, just for something a little bit more, I don't know, aged, I suppose, like a really beautiful vintage-like design. That's a better word, isn't it? Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous star buy opportunity, folks. I have available less than 50. Are you ready? It's a big saving on this. Near rounds up next.
Wow.
Can I just say, for those of you that are watching for the first time and thinking, well, they can't be genuine pearls. They are. Genuine cultured pearls. And here's a little bit of a fun fact for you. Only one jewellery establishment on this entire planet owns their own pearl farm. Mikimoto owns his own pearl farm. Every other jeweller on this planet, so name a few: Van Cleef, Fabergé, Chanel, Dior, Boodles, Jewellery Maker. I mean, I could go on and on and on. All buy from the world's pearl farmers. So these cultured pearls are 99.9% of the time these days actually farmed. And there's lots of different mollusks that they actually use now to sort of create this beautiful organic gemstone. But it's a very, very, very delicate process. So these very easily could, what my point earlier on was that these could very easily have been a Chanel pearl necklace. These could very easily have been a Fabergé pearl necklace, but especially with that gorgeous, gorgeous spherical shape. I mean, that is the very definition of what pearls should be. If you're watching for the first time, get this and take it. If you've never made a piece of jewellery, you don't have to. Get this and take it to someone that does knot pearls for you, and then potentially, obviously you'll have to add your clasp. Guess what? Those auction sites are amazing for that. Then have it valued. You'll be absolutely overjoyed because these are near spherical pearls, 9 millimeters in their size, and completely and utterly natural. So I have 40 of these available, and this has probably been only one of a few strand of pearls that I've actually brought you today. In 9 hours I've been on air.
Wow.
So one of only a few strands of pearls. Definitely one of our specialities here at Jewellery Maker, the quality that we do actually offer you for genuine cultured pearls in that gorgeous, gorgeous spherical shape. Now you would imagine that this would be quite an investment. Certainly the pearls that I used to sort of bring to customers through retail way back when, over 20 years ago now, this would have been 4 figures, if not more. If not more than that. Yes, granted, it would have 18 karat gold as a clasp, and it might even have the occasional diamonds, but it would be a very, very, very considered piece of jewellery. That classic pearl necklace is not something that we have to inherit, if you like. It's something that we can actually create, and it's something that our Jewellery Maker viewers have shared personal valuations with us, and those valuations have been £750 plus.
Yes.
It's not unusual.
It really isn't. I mean, there's so much from earlier on today that these would go with the microfaceted Russian diopside, the multi-tonal spinel, the red spinel. It's such an elegant strand by
the
itself.
lapis.
It would be beautiful with lapis.
The kyanite that's still to come. I could literally, I mean, look at that, the quality of these. And I'm just going to show you, Jewellery Maker, because already people making confirmations. I can't believe this price, I really can't. So, check this out. So if I roll these towards you, can you see? Are they bobbing?
I see what you mean.
Now, bobbing, I would basically mean, are they raising themselves up and down? This is actually a way of grading your pearls. So when you roll them, if they keep sort of almost, they're never going to be completely stationary, but they don't bob up and down, then they are a near round or a round pearl. See these lovely little characteristics across the surface of the pearl. Now, I never look at that as a negative, because it is nigh impossible to get a flawless pearl. They are a living organism, or they come from a living organism, hence they are an organic gemstone. So those are like, I don't know, like little freckles, like little moles that we might have, little traits. Yeah, absolutely, that show that they are real and that they are completely genuine. If I just literally circle this round, imagine opening this is a finished piece of jewellery. Imagine the reaction that you might have. So, already confirmations there. I have how many of these available? 30, sorry, started with 40, but already we are down approaching your 30s. All around the world, hello to you over in Arizona, hello to you Maggie, hello to you Sue, hello to you Liz, hello to you London, collectors getting involved, probably who are going to restrand this. Knot it in like a very classic sort of pearl style necklace, probably pop a high-end clasp, and probably retail it at 3 figures and then some. These are not small. I am bringing it to you at an unbeatable, I think I might be adding this to my order today, because how can we possibly pass up genuine cultured pearls, near rounds more to the point, at under £30?
Amazing, absolutely incredible.
Becky's just said to me, Elle, I put the wrong price on. She said I meant to put on £24.95, so I'm actually going to take another £5 off that price for you. Oh, Becky, you're amazing. She's a good egg, isn't she, our Becky? Is. Genuine cultured pearls.
Amazing. And you're right, that when you roll them, and you're looking for the silhouette to remain static.
Yeah.
So to my eye, that silhouette was pretty static.
It was. You know, like if you can imagine, you know, if you buckled the wheel of your bicycle or something like that.
A triangle instead of a circle
exactly.
for a wheel.
It's not going to go round and stay sort of flat. It's going to literally bob up and down. Same applies with your pearls, and it's a method of actually grading the quality of the shape. There's lots of things to consider with pearls: the colour, the shape, the size, the nacre surface, orientation. We're talking about the reflection of the pearl itself. All these really do have an intrinsic value, sort of impact, if you like, on that value. But £24.95, we know that's not the true valuation or worth. That's where I said so many of our customers, in fact, text in now if you're watching right now and you've had your pearls valued, which you've purchased from us in the past. We actually do a pearl knotting workshop here at Jewellery Maker. So if you want to learn that amazing technique, we've heard of customers actually turn what has been a hobby, I suppose, into a fully fledged career of pearl knotting and supplying jewellers local to them amazing pearl necklaces like this. Hello Lynn, hello to you Annette, hello to you Sue, hello to you Samantha, hello to you Kildare, hello to you Somerset. You got to check out those baskets. Ooh, can I do that? I could.
I'm just thinking that smoky quartz with that exquisite cut.
Just one.
Just one, yeah, absolutely. And then make the opposite, where you've got a smoky quartz necklace with just a single pearl.
I love that look.
That's beautiful.
That is very Chanel, that look.
Yeah.
Grab them. I might have to add these to my order. Amazing. That's a crazy price.
That's
Oh, there's single figure quantities on those now. Sorry, Becky, which one did you say? Let's have a bit of fun, shall we? It's a fiesta of colour. It is. It was a carnival. It's like we're in Rio de Janeiro or somewhere like that.
It's a festival.
That's what they do, isn't it?
You
a
shake
festival.
your maracas at me.
I totally shook my maracas at you.
I say. Just FYI, Paul's like, what's going on?
No, Paul, I don't even know, so don't worry about it, lovely. And I'm the one that said it. So multicoloured quartz and these gorgeous. There it is. See what I mean? It's a fiesta of colour. Do you get where we're coming from now, Paul? Bright, vibrant, and cheerful. Look at that. It's like, well, we've got our garden party, haven't we, coming up this weekend? It's the garden party show. See, I look at this and see a little bit of sort of bunting and things like that. That kind of inspiration.
That's true.
I'm not saying use the gemstones as bunting, but I get that kind of inspiration of a very quintessential English country garden.
I think they're also quite floral in their colours.
Yeah.
So at garden parties, you often have floral displays.
Yes.
The Institute puts on some bouquets and things, don't they?
They do.
This is where it's taking me. Quite floral, quite pretty, quite fun.
Quite patriotic.
Could be.
I think so.
Could be.
So, shall we take this to the lowest ever price for you? Again, remember the pumpkin cuts are cut off from one of our lovely lady suppliers who specially, the reason why I'm telling you about her in particular is because they do specialise in your diamond cutting. Lowest ever price are at $9.95 for 70 carats of this beautiful gemstone. Again, perfect for the simple creations, you know, stretchy bracelets. There's nothing wrong with that. No. So I won't mention names just in case you don't want me to, but I had a message from a lovely customer who said, on Facebook actually said, Elle, is a stretchy bracelet good enough for the Wall of Fame? Absolutely. Definitely.
It really is.
Becky's just said shock that you say that, Elle. I love a stretchy. You did say shock, did you? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with a stretchy.
There really isn't, and if you can utilise different colourways as you have access to in this particular gemstone, then you can really play around with design ideas. So you could pick out all the green ones and then just have a couple of different colours in.
Oh, nice. Especially if you multi-bought on this.
I would be inclined to, yeah.
Going back to what you were saying about the kiddies' party that I've got coming up.
Perfect.
These would be lovely to create little bracelets for the tiddly peeps. Check out those baskets though, lowest ever price. Tiddly peeps. I swear that's a CBeebies. Yeah, it's off some kind of kids show. Yeah, I think so. I think it's where they learn about sort of the outside and farming and all that. Tiddly peeps.
It rings a bell and I can't think where it's from.
No, not me. But there we go. Moving on. Shall we stick with your beautiful quartz? But this time we're going to bring you beautiful iridescent bubbles.
Oh, those are stunning. Oh, I love those. They're beautiful.
Whimsical. Magical.
Whimsy.
What?
Whimsy.
Whimsy? Do you have to say it like that?
Yes, you need to put several more H's than there are.
Okay.
And overpronounce them.
Whimsy.
There you go.
There we go. Look at that. That is gorgeous.
They're beautiful. I've got the faceted version on today.
Oh, yes, and you have. And that lovely little slider bracelet.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I love those.
So,
there we go.
What we do is take an amazing gem quality clear quartz, and then we'll lovingly coat it with this beautiful, beautiful iridescent, so quite similar to your Mystic Topaz, quite a similar treatment to that, but of quality as well. And I can remember being with Nadia, guest designer Nadia, and she said that how much she loves our coated quartz, but the fact that she's confident with it, I'm not saying it's indestructible, but that coating really will last.
Yes, Most definitely. I mean, I've worn my coated quartz in sort of warmer and more damp environments. It's been worn in the rain and the such, and you know, it's not gone anywhere. So.
No, it's still there in all of its beauty, in all of its whimsy. 100 carats of lovely rainbow coated quartz here, Jewellery Makers, in your 6mm rounds. Whether you do your stretchies, whether you do your wire work, whether you incorporate it into either of your kits, whether you incorporate it into any of your cabochons, we're going to take it low, $6.95, and an absolute necessity, I would say, to anybody's stash, because you know, colourless gemstones are very few and far between, unless you want to really invest.
This is true. Yep, absolutely. And they're always your backup. They will go with absolutely everything. You put that with a really brightly coloured gemstone like the multi-tonal pumpkin cuts, and it will pick out and reflect each of those colours alongside. You pop it with the pearls and it will kind of give you an essence of the pearl essence that you're looking at in those beautiful near rounds.
I think this is going to be my favourite.
That's gorgeous, but if you pop in the kyanite as well, then you're going to get a different effect altogether, and one I think that you'll love. I know I will.
Ooh.
I like that together.
Can I?
Yes. And then, yes. Mind reader.
Look at how perfect that is together.
Yes, kit team, that's beautiful.
I do not know if... we've still got the kyanite to bring you. I don't know if the lapis is still available. I don't know if the pearls are still available. You'll probably be able to get... Well, you can get this right now. There's still a few, Becky's saying now. There's a few of each, but getting quite limited now, single figures. I'm bringing you the kyanite in a few moments' time, so stay tuned for that. But, wow, that really would be a beautiful kit, wouldn't it? Right, now look at that. They're little bubbles. Gorgeous little bubbles of gemstones.
I think they should just call them that. Instead of rainbow coated crackled white quartz plain rounds, you should just call it bubbles and hope that people know what you're on about.
We just go bubbled quartz. Bubbles of quartz.
I like it.
Yeah. We'd know what meant, wouldn't we, Jewellery Makers? Yeah, 100 carats that you're getting here as well. It is worthwhile getting when you see it. I think I've had one clear quartz strand throughout the entirety of the day. And they are lovely to create sort of little bits of punctuation, frame your gemstone as well. So, yes. For example, if you've got sort of your cabochons and you just wanted to pop one either side, they'd work for, kind of like in the way that you would see sort of a focal gemstone with accenting diamonds.
Perfect, yes. I mean, the classic interpretation is like a ballerina ring where you've got your little baguette cut diamonds on either side and a central oval stone in the middle. You can frame in the same way, can't you?
I love those. That design.
I've not seen any in ages.
I remember, gosh, you've just literally taken me back some 20 years. I remember seeing, and it was very expensive. There was a diamond ring in the jewellers that I worked at that was exactly that. Had an oval and two very large baguette cut diamonds, and I was literally, you know, when you just kind of used to stare at something,
you're like, ooh,
completely transfixed by it. It was never going to be within my budget. It was hugely, hugely expensive, but you know, and just like, oh my goodness, I've never seen anything so beautiful. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree. You can create kind of that, have that inspo, but with a different gemstone at a much more affordable price. Amazing. So you are a couple of minutes away, Jewellery Makers, from your final star buy of the day. One of the most exciting gemstones in its natural form. And I'm going to talk to you about specifically the cut of our kyanite, because actually, believe it or not, rounds are actually very rare in kyanite because of its actual crystal structure. So on to another absolutely beautiful, delectable blue. We had iolite earlier on, another natural one. Kyanite is also, but often actually mined in and around very sort of steep locations. Kyanite is a gemstone which has got lots of beliefs attached to it. It's believed to be protective, to give you that wonderful sort of loving embrace when you actually wear it. And local Nepalese people gift it to their children for protection. But all that aside, it is stunningly beautiful and very, very complex to cut. It's your final star buy. I'm just going to ask my... Is that right, Becky? Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
You don't... It'll be a bit of a surprise. Oh, possibly lower, she says. There we go, that's why I asked the question. Okay, so what is kyanite? Kyanite is an amazing polymorph gemstone, which is probably one of the most challenging for any lapidist to cut. Probably I think it's about the top 10% of the world's lapidarists will actually embark on faceting this gemstone. Because it just opposes so many challenges, and we have a really beautiful piece of rough that I'm going to show you just here. This is Marie's. I always get it every time I'm talking about this gemstone because it actually describes, you know, the challenges that this gemstone actually offers. Now, here you'll see, this is a prime example just there, that the crystal structures are growing in different directions. Do you see that? So you have crystals like so, and you have crystals coming upwards. So that indicates one of the challenges firstly. Then if you look sort of down these crystals, can you see how they're almost made up of layers? That's what we would actually describe as a cleavage within the gemstone. And that does again cause a real challenge to the lapidist, because if they catch that cleavage during that cutting process, guess what? The gemstone literally splits and you get a perfect flat plane across the gemstone. So very, very, very difficult. Also, you'll notice, and this isn't necessarily a negative, I actually think it's one of the most beautiful traits about kyanite, is that you get, here we go, I'll turn it this way actually, you get these really beautiful colour zones. So can you see how it goes from a very dark to lighter here? That's what we call colour zoning. Certain gemstone you wouldn't necessarily want that. With kyanite, I don't think it's a negative personally. Oh, I've never looked underneath. Look how amazing this is underneath.
It's absolutely incredible.
Oh my goodness. So that's what we call colour zoning. But also, a bit like, you know when rain comes down and it literally is not stopping, and you almost look at it and it's coming down so fast that it almost, you can't see the drops. It's striations, I suppose, driving rain. That's what you get as well. These gorgeous silvery-like inclusions within this gemstone. Kyanite is known for its deep, rich colour and its extreme rarity. Location, again, just to indicate, this is probably going to be of mind in and around the Himalayas. It's this location which they sort of gift to their youngsters through protection of falling in particular, but also it's still very primitively mined. It's a gemstone that they literally bring down from those heights on mules or horses to this day. But I'm going to just position this beautiful strand that you have in your final star by across this gorgeous, gorgeous rock crystal. I love that. I'm quite jealous of this crystal. I'd quite like to own it. The name of kyanite is actually derived from the Greek word kainos, which means blue, and it is also associated to the zodiac signs of Aries. But this is a gemstone which is often compared to the likes of your sapphires, the likes of your tanzanite, etc. But it's rarer than many of those. Sapphire in particular, it's much, much, much rarer. I'm just going to pop this down and pop this on the back of the hand so you can actually see the gemstone on its own. But this will be natural, and as I said, probably one of the 10%, probably at best, of the world's lapidarists will actually have faceted your kyanite. Because if you cut it in one direction, it'll be 4 on the Mohs scale, which is very soft in actual fact. Very, very soft, and certainly not something that I would wear around the wrist or on as a ring. But if you cut it perpendicularly, so literally on the diagonal if you like, and very cleverly incorporate both of those directions of the facets, then all of a sudden it jumps right up to between, I think it's 6 and 7, let me just double check that, between 6 and 7, 6.5 and 7, yeah, on the actual Mohs scale. So all of a sudden it's a wearable gemstone then, but challenging, really challenging to cut. It's one of the most exquisite, shimmering blues that I think the world can actually offer you, but real rarity. So this gemstone, as I said, made up of many different layers. That's what makes it so easy to split during the cutting process. This is natural. There is ways of treating your kyanite. Sometimes they actually wax it with a coloured wax to improve that colour. Not needed here. That is all completely natural. Now, on what has been, it's been a mega day. It's been a long day. I'm not going to lie, but I have genuinely loved every single moment of it. We are going to take it to an incredible final star buy price, $29.95 for big individual kyanites. So go on. You talk.
I was just going to say, I thought that would be the $59.95, $54.95 kind of area. I know when I went to my very first gem fair a few years ago, I purchased a piece of kyanite, and it was a single piece, maybe sort of 19 millimetres. Didn't have this level of colour or finish, and that was £25 by itself.
Wow.
So I'm always surprised when we find kyanite here at Jewellery Maker, the way that we've balanced that absolute beauty of the Nepalese sky, which is what this always reminds me of. I've never been, but my mum has. And we bring it at a price which is kind of achievable. Yeah. And it's certainly a stunning, stunning strand.
It really is, and it's. I'm just looking for an actual sort of sentence that I read on, because if I try and reword it, it's not going to come across as well. But it's actually talking about, here we go, the cut and the actual shape. Kyanite is typically faceted. But sometimes actually cut into cabochons. Starts talking about kyanite, cat's eye, etc. But when cutting, proper orientation is essential, since kyanite's hardness is directly associated with its cut. The most common shape includes ovals and pears, as they actually preserve most of the carat weight. Fancier shapes are rarer and may demand a higher premium, such as rounds, hearts, and trillions, particularly when cut into calibrated sizes. So do you see where we're coming from? To actually to orientate the gemstone, to maintain that hardness as well in rounds, you expect to pay a higher premium. Clearly not the case today, jewellery makers. So we are bringing you this incredible bow out deal. We've got less than 50 of these remaining within the vault. Oh really? We're now we're now actually approaching half the stock being left. So 25 of these within the vault, and they're too beautiful to be under lock and key. They're too beautiful to be within our vault. You wanted a stroke then, didn't you?
I did. I had to just get in there. It's an absolutely stunning gemstone, and it is completely unlike anything else I've ever seen. I mean, the specimen that we have here in the studio, Marie's Bluebird, because if you look at it from a certain angle, it looks like a bird. It's stunning, but these are just exquisite. There's nothing quite like it. Nothing.
It's not known as a gemstone, phenomena gemstone, but yet because you have those kind of internal silks.
Yes.
That grab the light, you almost do get a level of sort of, I don't want to say chatoyancy or adolescence, because but you get that kind of shimmer across the surface, and that's natural, it's not coating. I had less than 50, but already lots of you there. Glenda, Susan, Annette, we're in the teen quantity now, jewellery makers, because there's multi-buyers there. Sheila, Margaret, Evelyn, Elaine, Jenny, Kildare, County Durham, Lynn, Sarah, Orkney's, make sure you check out. Hello Francis, hello to you Sarah, hello to you new customers. Wow, it is a really beautiful gemstone. It's a natural one as well. Kyanite, you're not, I won't say you'll definitely not see it on the high street, because you will find opportunities of kyanite, but it's usually quite expensive because of all of those complexities that you get associated with the cutting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, just one look at that specimen example, the rock next to you, and it is proof positive that it takes a huge skill.
A massive, massive skill. I always get this rock to show everybody about this gemstone. It is absolutely stunning, isn't it? And it's Mother Nature personified. It's not like, you know, when you see diamond mines, they are vast, huge pits. Kyanite is, as I said, it's usually done with pickaxe, and literally the old school primitive way of mining your gemstones, and literally transporting them, not via big trucks or machinery, literally on the back of horses, which I really like, that sort of embracing sort of the olden days.
Yes.
Of mining, and that is purely because if you think about it, you know, Himalayas very high, you're not going to be able to get
No.
Huge trucks and machinery up there. Well done to you all. Catherine, Molly, Frances, Elaine, Glenda, Susan. Loads are still in baskets. I had less than 50. This could be an on-screen sellout. Lynn, Elaine, Annette. I've got Gloucestershire there, Jenny there, Sorry there. You get it home. You're going to fall in love with this blue gemstone, especially if it is your first experience. Now I can just do a very, very, very quick, speedy recap. And you know what? Why not?
If you love it, do it. And they used to say blue and green should not be seen.
I disagree.
But I disagree, especially when you see two of the most beautiful gems.
Two natural gemstones.
That is incredible.
Now, we have somewhere, I think it's actually Gemologist Claire's, we actually have somewhere a piece of chrome dioxide rough. And by the way, it's about this big, it's about 1 inch by a couple of inches. And one of the things you see is just how little of that is gem quality.
Yes. So
amazing that you're getting this strand. I can't believe we took it to $12.95 for this one locational gemstone, the best in the world, diopside, hands down. I just kept saying it, get it now whilst you get the chance, because we probably have a few at best chrome dioxide mines. That does change on regularly, of course. However, never in my wildest dreams would I have put that price on this strand. We had 104, I think it was, but we're down to the final 18, down to the final 18. Well, there's one person just here in the studio that'll definitely be getting some. Oh, 2, make that 2. Loads of you in your baskets. Check them out. Can you believe that? Maybe you weren't with me at the original auction. Make sure you check them out. Jem, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Thank you for coming back.
Amazing as always, my darling. When are you back?
I'm back on the 8th for the late show.
Wonderful. I'm back with you on Sunday now. I'm going to be joined by the lovely, not tomorrow, joined by the lovely Brummy for your garden party. Enjoy the rest of your evening, jewellery makers. But I know that coming up on tomorrow's show, you've got an amazing lineup. We'll see you soon.